We are lit, baby. Yo. Let's get straight to it, man. Yo, we are coming this close to having a name. But before we start the show, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share the episode.
Yes,
we will name this podcast later. Shout out to the team for getting everything right. I supposed to have a sign right here. One of my guys made the sign, but I don't know where we put it at. But I remembered. Make sure you like, subscribe, all of that. Shout out to everybody that's been listening to the episode all the way through and y'all commenting.
Yes,
those,
we really appreciate you.
Call out actions, y'all doing it. So I sent somebody that $50. I got to send somebody a shirt. So yeah, man, we're trying to grow the channel to 100,000 subscribers. Make sure you tune in, man.
And we can do this.
Yeah,
it's really achievable.
Yeah.
And you could be the reason.
Yo, we're coming this close to naming the show. But until then, we will name this podcast later. Alexander the Blanc, everybody.
Bro, I'm up.
Yes, sir.
It's a lit Sunday.
Yes, it is. It is a great
today.
Sunday, man. This is the day. Hey, this is the day that I don't know if I can even sing that, but whatever.
Nice, you know.
Mr. J Hill, I'm in the building. We are here.
Okay, no, but seriously, when are we gonna get the sound effects? Like,
oh man, we got the sound effects. We just gotta
plug it
we got
up.
so many. We got everything we need. We got. You know what I'm saying? We got more than enough. God gave us more than enough.
Look.
But we just gotta be able to set it up better. But whatever.
How you
we
feeling,
here.
bro?
What's up, man? How was your week? Talk to me. Let's go.
Week was lit. We had a great summit this week. But yesterday made my day.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday,
You and these dead skins.
I don't know if y'all see that I have a new glow today. It's a winning glow.
It's a winning glow.
It's a winning glow. It's an NFC, going to the NFC championship type glow. You know, because my Washington Commanders put belt to ass last night against the Detroit Lions.
They put belt to ass.
Boy, I'm not going to lie. This was our Super Bowl. Even if I want us to see us go all the way, but bro, even if we don't, that ass whooping last night was 33 years, bro. It's been 33 years since we've been to an NFC Championship. I'm
going to be real with you, bro. You know, I got my favorite team, then I got a team that I like. So my favorite team is the Eagles. I like the Ravens, you know what I'm saying? But I love football.
Yes.
Right? So in saying that, I just love the competitive nature in the sport, right? So when I'm looking at the teams like the Commanders and the Lions, I'm really not rooting against nobody because both of them franchises deserve it. I'm not even gonna lie. So like when I see Jayden Daniels doing this thing, I'm like,
he was balling, bro.
He's balling. I'm like, yo, I'm happy for that black man. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not upset even with the Lions because again, we've seen years, and I don't think the Commanders has ever been like as bad as the Lions when it comes to record.
No, I think they went defeated one year. I think the Lions went defeated.
Yeah, so it's like, so like I don't think a franchise has ever witnessed the lows that the Detroit franchise has witnessed when it comes to football. So it's like when I watch them, part of me do be wanting to root for him. But, you know, watching this young guy become a star that he's becoming.
His rookie season.
Putting the team on his back. I think DC deserved that. DC deserved that.
Bro, I'm talking about everybody and their mama called me at 11 o'clock last night. It was very joyous.
Yeah.
Like the city's smiling right now. And I'm happy to see it, bro. If we play Baltimore, though, in the Super Bowl, that might be one of the most cherishing moments in my life.
You know, me just being I wouldn't mind that. But me being the type of fan that I am, I just do. Part of me want to see the Ravens and the Eagles, but I don't.
Really?
Like,
why?
Well, I don't know why do I.
Why don't you? Because you want Lamar to win?
No, because I want to be able to root for a team. Like, bro, partially, bro.
You gonna be hurt.
I'm like, damn.
Good play.
I'm gonna have to root for the Eagles, but but you know what's fun? The crazy thing about it is I'm gonna have to root for the Eagles because that's my favorite team. But I'm gonna secretly be wanting the Lamar to win.
Because it's a win for Baltimore, and you're Baltimore. So I understand
so it's like
that's tough, bro. I didn't think about that.
I definitely come on. And then it's just Lamar. Lamar deserves. I think Lamar, bro, coming out of college, they all called him a running back. Yep. He's not a quarterback, and now look at him. He's breaking records. Like, I mean, at one point of the season, I think he had the highest QBR in the history of the league. At one point, he was like 120. He could have finished.
I feel like he still might. Let me fact check that. But
bro, he's been going crazy. He threw for over 4,000 yards this year.
Like 40 touchdowns.
You know what I'm saying?
He threw like five picks or 4 picks.
Interceptions. It's like, come on, dog. Come on, man.
Those numbers are crazy. Now Lamar, he's a dog. If they don't give him that MVP, there's clearly some. But Josh Allen did ball.
So I understand what everybody is saying though. Lamar and it's in fairness, Lamar do have some dogs with him. I mean, Derrick Henry is a dog.
Okay.
So I understand the argument of like when it comes to but what I will say is, let me finish my sentence. I understand the argument of who they are to their prospective team, right? But I see one argument like we're not talking about the most valuable player to your team. We're talking about the most valuable player to the league, right? So yeah. Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen was he made it happen with nothing. Cool.
You think it was nothing?
I mean,
all right. So Lamar, I'm looking at Lamar's numbers right now. Lamar had 4,000 yards, 41 touchdowns throwing, and 4 interceptions. That's crazy. I'm gonna look up Josh Allen's numbers because Josh Allen was balling too.
Lamar's numbers are clearly better. It's just I think the argument right now is because like coming into the season, everybody thought the Bills would be nothing because they didn't have nobody.
Yeah, you lost Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, so for them to come out on top, I mean, balling, it's like it shows the caliber of player he is and what he means to his team. And I get it. However, come on, man. Like, come on. Call a spade a spade. We see the numbers.
Bro, you got it.
We see the numbers.
Lamar. But Josh Allen, he showed heart. That's one thing I'll say. He showed hella heart.
What the hell Hart got to do with anything?
Bro, leading his team, like you were saying.
He can go to hell.
Bro, but Lamar Jackson, he deserves this.
Yeah,
bro.
It's like he continued to get better as well. I love the progression in the game because like one year when he first won the MVP, we were like, oh, he's fired, but this and that. We picking out his game. Now it's like we don't have nothing to pick at. Making great throws, great reads, right? So it's like, man, whatever.
To that point, I remember we were talking about this, bro. He's the first Zay Flowers.
Yeah,
the first receiver to ever go to the Pro Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That says something.
You know, if you think about it, man, we even think about these Raven teams. Like, again, the Eagles are always my favorite team, but I've been a fan of Ravens since
McNair.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I think even before McNair, like the 2000s, Steve
I think McNair was 2002.
Okay, yeah. So like, yeah, like I've been a Ravens fan since them, since they had
Trent Dilfer or whatever.
Yeah, since they had Priest Holmes, right, on like running the kick returns back, like right. So it's like before he went to the Chiefs. Yeah. So like I've been in it, like and I love the Ravens because they were like this defensive team, and like I played defense, so I was like, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I was always an Eagles fan too. We talk about going back to Brian Westbrook, to Freddie Mitchell,
Brian Westbrook
to
was a dog.
You know what I'm saying? Like to Brian Dawkins, like Todd Pinkston playing wide receiver. These are people like I was a fan of these back in the day. But going back to the Ravens, like I've always been a fan, and like to see their offense evolve the way it has, it's like wow. Like it's kind of like it shows you that I was able to grow. I've lived in different lifetimes, right? Like it's like this was an era. Like it was an era where defense really won championships, right? You had the Terrell Suggs, the Ray Lewises, like you had these guys and they made really big plays, and the offense, it was like, man, just don't turn it over. Like, right? Like, but now we're seeing the Ravens putting up 40, 30 points, and it's like, damn, and Lamar leading this by a storm, and it's like, it's just dope, bro. So to see, going back to the point, Zay Flowers getting to the Pro Bowl when this wasn't even in the picture ever for a Ravens team, it's like, that's kind of cool.
No, that's dope.
It's kind of cool.
I had a random question because you just brought this up.
Let's go.
You're an Eagles fan.
Yes.
All right. Pick your team.
Okay.
You got the Vic era. You got this Jalen Hurts era. You got the McNabb era. Because you ain't say T.O. and McNabb just now when you
I'm not and people don't understand this and they don't like me for this, but whatever. I was always a Eagles fan, and I feel like when T.O. came, it brought a lot of people on a bandwagon.
Okay.
Like a lot of people jumped ship.
Okay.
Right? And I hated that.
He was a dog, though.
Yo, he was. No, he was a dog. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
It's just the Eagles before T.O., I feel like they were real, in my perspective, regular. But they were good. They went to the playoffs like every year because of Andy Reid coaching style just showed, it excelled in that program, right? So like.
You see it with KC now.
Yeah, so when I think about the Eagles prior to T.O., right? It was just like a bunch of, like I said, Freddie Mitchell. Who was that? Freddie Mitchell, Todd Pinkston. Who was Todd Pinkston?
I remember him in Madden. That's so crazy.
This is way before Jeremy Maclin, right? Like I ain't even talking about like Jeremy Maclin is fire. Don't get me wrong, but that was like one of our premier receivers. Like I remember when we got him. Like we got Jeremy Maclin.
Yep,
right. So it's like I remember that. But before then, I mean, we have like a good tight end, right?
I always had a good.
Yeah, we have
running back,
a good tight end, a good running back, right? And McNabb. But still, it was like. we were regular almost. You know what I'm saying? And like our defense was good, but we always go to playoffs. And I was like, I wanted us to win a Super Bowl with that team, right? So when T.O. came, everybody was like, oh, I'm jumping ship. And I'm like, man, y'all niggas weren't with us shooting in the gym. Like, y'all wasn't with us when, what's his name? Cunningham was our court. Like, y'all wasn't with us. Y'all wasn't in the trenches when we drafted McNabb. Like, y'all wasn't here. So it's like, when he came, I kind of ain't like it. Just made
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So okay. So what team though would you choose? Would you choose the McNabb era? Would you choose the Vic? We could throw Carson Wentz era in there because they did win the Super Bowl era. Or they did win a Super Bowl, but
they did.
Or the Jalen Hurts team era.
I'm gonna go. I partially want to go Vic because it just was like. Like, I love a team full of niggas, pause.
Yes.
Like, that's why we love the Ravens so much. Like, it's a bunch of niggas out there just balling.
That's like that Falcons team. That Falcons team again that played against Brady, bruh.
So it's like, I gotta go because LaShawn McCoy, bro, is a dog. And you got LaShawn McCoy. You had, oh my God, Deshaun Jackson. Damn, bro, that shit was.
I think Macklin was on that team.
Jeremy Macklin was on that team.
Yeah, I think he was.
Damn, yeah.
The Vic era.
Got to.
Vic era was crazy.
Got to. Vic
I'll
era
never
was
forget what y'all did to us on Monday night.
Crazy.
The first play, they threw the ball to D-Jack, bruh. As soon as he caught that touchdown, I turned the TV off and I went to sleep. I was like, yeah. I woke up the next morning, they said they put 50 on y'all. I said, oh yeah, it's over with. This is why I don't want to play y'all. I'm not going to lie. I do not want to play y'all. I am cheering for the rest of the day, but I wish y'all the best. I wish y'all the best. All right, man. Let's get to it,
man. Let's get to it, man. What we got on the year?
We had a busy week. Business as usual.
Let's get it. Let's get to it. I got people texting me and shit. My bad. We got
Shout out to you. Getting in your hosting bag.
So I'm not like hosting this one, but
You're not
I'm
gonna
throwing
get on the mic at all?
I don't know. I didn't think it to be that, honestly.
But you are going on tour.
I am.
Is that public yet?
It don't matter. Okay. It's fine.
But yeah, you're getting in your hosting bag. Like this is.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen today. Like I put some effort in this. I text a lot of people, so I'm just curious to see the outcome. But I'm also nervous, right? Because if it's a really good outcome on my behalf, right, that's pressure to continue to do it. And it's crazy how we think. It's like you should be happy, nigga.
It's like, can I do it again?
I gotta do it again. I gotta do it. But I'm excited, man, because like I think I've been getting some good feedback, like some good responses. And I'm just excited to see where it goes, man. I'm excited to get back to the roots, right? Because that's where I first started before all of this.
Right.
Hosting in the clubs or whatever. And I'm not bad being a club is a different scenario. We're grown. We don't like the club anyway. It's a restaurant. But yeah, man, I'm excited for sure.
Do you feel like you have to go in with this? I know we're gonna get to the shits, but do you feel like you have to go in with the same mindset to hosting a live event as you do like with the podcast or interviewing?
Kinda.
Okay.
You got to be prepared, right? Think about it. Like, even that's why I feel like I fell off so much because like so much new music, I'm not consuming it all. Like when I was young, I was listening to the music. I was in the club all the time, so that helped with the cadence and everything like that. Whereas though I haven't been hosting as much, so I might be off a little bit. And those things are real, but you still have to be prepared, right? If things are going on throughout your day, like we talked about this before, you got to be able to block that noise out when it's time to record.
Tough, yeah.
Right? Like, no matter what's going on, you got to be able to sit down, record. You got to be able to go be around people and host and talk. So, like, I think it's a similar mindset for sure. Okay. 100%.
That's tough. I never thought about it like that, like studying and knowing the music and everything. Obviously, because people, you got to know the lyrics. But nah, because when we went to happy hour, the DJ, he was going crazy.
Yeah.
So with a nice host, it's going different.
Nah, facts, man. Come on, man. What we got on, we talking,
recap from this week?
I guess, for those that don't know, right? I guess we don't have to make the disclaimer, but we do be having a script, guys. Like, we have a rundown.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know, it's like, shout out to us. I'm going to give us our own flowers because, like, it seems like our conversations be like just a flowing conversation. That's cool, but we do have a rundown, guys. But for that, we talked to some people. I talked to a couple of people, and they're like, y'all, maybe y'all should have
segments and
stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, what we technically do. So what we're going to do is start putting it on the screen so you guys can see. And you're learning these things with us, like, as we go. You're seeing the evolution, and you're seeing us evolve into, like, different spaces. And when we get a name, you guys will be with us. So continue to lock in with us. We appreciate it. But right now, we are talking business as usual. For you guys that don't know or don't understand about the show, I'm gonna just break it down even more, right? This show is about like everything J Hill, right? And I brought Alex on because Alex is a big part of J Hill Network, right? And just being honest and transparent. So we love to have like different type of conversations of what my life is about or what's surrounding J Hill, and that is relationships, right? Because I was in a 6.5, almost 7-year relationship, right? So you'll hear me talk about relationships. I'm in the media space where I have to comment on. Well, I don't have to, but I would like to be a voice in those spaces where they're talking about what's going on in the industry. So we're going to talk about trending topics, but also I'm a businessman, right? And I'm running this podcast network, and it be people out there who is interested in how does that work. So during the show, you see us talk about business, right? Then we talk about like our conversations of like what's going on. It could be relationships or just something that might hit home for Jay. And then we ended up with the trending topics and things like that, as we will call terrible takes. But yeah, we just giving you a rollout of what we going, so y'all understand.
No, I love that. I love the fact that you set the picture and the structure keeps it as something that somebody could. I think that was our feedback. Having that structure gives the audience something to look forward to.
Exactly.
So, yeah. Speaking of which, business as usual.
We gotta go. I don't even know if it's on there. I'm sorry, but we gotta. Oh yeah, my bad. I apologize. That might be a terrible take. But come on, let's hurry up.
What's the
let's
terrible
hurry
take?
up.
What's the
because
you ready?
As soon as we sat down, TikTok is back on. But I'm sorry. We get to it.
We had a great week in production.
We did.
We actually had a production this week.
Yes.
With a very interesting client. It was lit.
Shout out to Alex, y'all. Shout out to the plug. Shout out to the plug, y'all.
It was lit. We were able to do a global summit, you know what I'm saying, for the King Center on Martin Luther King's birthday. That was major, bro.
Yeah, that was. It was dope. And shout out. I'm so ignorant, man. Shout out to all the hoods around the world.
What?
Everybody kept saying like Dr. King. I'm thinking it's his son or something. And everybody, y'all was referring to his daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it took me a while to really understand, because I think even in the chat, I'm like, yo, I'm doing this event for Dr. King's son and daughter. Like, it is dope as hell. You feel me? And I'm like, I ain't never seen no son or nothing. I'm like,
it's his daughter.
I'm an idiot.
Nah. No, but shout out to you, bro. Well, people don't know. This man, Jay, 4 cameras.
Oh, yeah.
Dolo. It was impressive.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Moving back, like, bro, just hustling, getting shots, setting up. People may not understand. They may think it's simple, but doing it during a live forum and going into that. And we set up fast as hell. We had to deal with complexities because of the building, the venue, and things of that nature. But
we ain't really get a chance to do a full walkthrough the day before.
Yep.
Right? So the cards was not in our favor.
Nope.
For sure. But we got it done. And you know where that comes from? Just experience, right? And again, we talking about the business of it, and for those who are recording, and I know it might be times where things don't go your way, right? Where camera cut off, the machine, the ATM might not work, it freeze, your memory card is full, you thought you recorded, you ain't even pushed the button, right? I think it's hard to embrace those times in the moments because it's like things don't go our way. But looking back on it, those are the best moments to have, bro, because without those moments, they are eventually going to show up somewhere. And I'd rather them show up in those spaces than the spaces where I really don't need them to show up.
Exactly.
Right? Like this past weekend. So if you somebody out there that's dealing with just production in general, like when that mess up happened, just add that to your bank. It's all about how you look at things, right? It's 10% of what happens and 90% how you react of it, right? So it's like
that's fire.
When you look at it, right? Like when things happen, just look at it as, well, I got something else going into the history books, into the bank, right? Yeah. Our brain is like a bank. It's a deposit, right? I got another deposit today. What's a deposit? I just learned that make sure I got 2 sets of audios and 2 sets of videos, right? But always take those deposits and use it, because if you don't apply the knowledge that you learned, then you're just a fool. So make sure you apply what you learn.
What you just said just made me think of like something that, I don't know if you remember Ty Rice from WEAA, but there was a lesson that he taught very early when we were talking to the interns. He was like, in media in general, and you could apply this to life, he was like, you have this much room for error, but even fewer for panic. So when you were talking about like it's 10% of what happens and 90% of how you react to it, I think you're gonna fail. Like if you don't fail, you're not trying.
Yeah.
You're like, in this, it's experimental.
Exactly.
Experimental. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so like having that mentality going into the production or going into something. That was our first time ever doing a live production like that.
Yeah.
And we had barely been in that space, so scouting the scenery out, we have to work with their AV department and things of that nature. We don't know what they have. So, but again, preparation, because we have the backhand knowledge of all this stuff, and you knew your equipment, you know what I'm saying? And practice.
Yeah.
You went, you tested it out, you recorded it and everything. So when it came to it, it was never an issue with the picture. It was just more so, if anything, like that decimator situation. But then it was so funny because right after, what did you say? You're like, nah, I got to get that. Like immediately after that situation, you were like, I got to get the decimator. So in your mind, it was like,
deposit.
Cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now I know that I might need this because to walk people through the process of what happened in that situation, we were streaming in 4K. And the panel that we were plugging into, it was too much. The resolution was too high for the projectors. So we had to scale it down using a decimator so that it would be able to feed through, but then also feed through the live stream that we were doing. But we didn't have that decimator piece with us. So it was just interesting that in real time, we learned, and then you were like, all right, bet. I got to get one of those stuff for with these hybrid situations. So now that production was dope.
Nah,
And then
production was dope.
hella flowers when it come to the next day.
And what I was going to say, another thing that I like, right? You know, a lot of times we always keep saying, like, we don't need affirmation or other people's approval, but sometimes it's confirmation, right? Sometimes other people's approval is confirmation to what you already know. So when I got there, the first thing I said is, bro, I think we're going to need lights. Yeah. Right? I'm like, I think we're going to be, because it's like, mind you, for the people that don't know, before we even did this, we was just talking about like upping the bar and the standard of our own quality and work, right? And just over delivering. So we get there and I'm like, yeah, it's cool, but I think we're going to need lights. And another guy that came there who has his own production, it looks like he's pretty dope as hell.
Yeah.
And I think he, I don't know if he said something or I said something to him. And,
I think you said something to him,
Yeah, and he was like, nah, you right.
Uh-huh.
And he had ended up bringing the lights because he was like, nah, you absolutely right. And I'm like, man, I knew it. Like,
in the exact way that you said it, too. You were like, we're going to clamp him up there.
Exactly.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, so that was confirmation. And again, it was something small, but to me, it felt good because this is somebody who was a professional, right? Because, like, just being honest, a lot of times, I just look at myself as somebody who learned this. So, and again, it's not that I'm, like, down on myself, but it's just that's how I look at it because that's my truth. I just learned these things over the time. But I am a professional because I have learned it, right? Okay. So, like, that was just confirmation because it's like, here's somebody who does this on a regular, right? But I do as well. But, and him, when I said it, and he was like, yeah, you're right. Put it up just like I thought and everything. I'm like, yeah.
It's affirming. Yeah. It is affirming.
Facts, yeah.
It was like, that was definitely a season that I think we can step into with confidence knowing that, like, we could do this at any point.
Facts.
But
we got to keep doing it, though.
Yeah.
Got to keep doing it, man. We got to keep doing it.
You want to talk about something else, though, that's pretty hot right now? You were talking about being intentional and striking the iron while it's hot.
Yeah. All right, so before we even have the conversation of TikTok coming back, we're going to have that. I'm excited for it. I know y'all excited for it, right?
Potentially, because we don't know. It's
this
being
shit is
restored
live right now.
It's live?
Yeah.
But we don't know.
Yeah,
it's still up in the air. We don't know what he's going to say tomorrow.
You're right. So, this past month, or maybe 2, I think it's been a month, really, it showed me that, yo, you don't have to fight against
what's trending.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we will compare us in a way like we only want to hear or consume what we're used to, right? But that stunts your growth a lot of times. So you got to go with the now. Stop trying to, like, reinvent the wheel or do it your way. If something is working and it can help you, go with it. Because you might miss your slot for opportunity, right? Your opportunity for success. They say success is when preparation meets opportunity, right? So why go against something that's working, right? So when I think about that, I think about TikTok and my experience with TikTok because I just never wanted to post to TikTok. It wasn't like it was an issue. It was just something else. I was like, man, I don't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I already got Instagram. My Instagram is doing good, right? Yeah. And we come up almost 30,000 followers in a month. And I'm like, damn, well, imagine if I would have been put this effort on TikTok. Yeah. I probably would have 100,000. I probably would have made a lot of money. I would have probably gained the audience that I was looking for myself, right? But you live and you learn. And I was just thinking, like, if this ban happens, right, and another social site evolves or comes to play, don't do that again. Don't make that be a mistake. So if it's something that's lit and everybody on it, take advantage of it. So I think, and I don't know how many people dealt with that because I know a lot of people's on TikTok, but I know it was something that I struggled with at first. Like, man, I'm not about to get on TikTok.
No, I mean, my homie today, I was talking to him. He's still not on TikTok. I've been telling him like, yo, just download the app. He's like, nah, it's cool. He's like, for the same reasons, like security purposes. But it was interesting because I would be scrolling through TikTok, but I never thought to post. So I remember when we were having a conversation, I was like, yo, we should post on TikTok more often because of that conversation with the intern that if you didn't see that episode, you need to go back and watch it. I'm not going to say it. But so it was just interesting to see how quickly, like it was 2-3 posts. I mean, no, we were posting more, but it took 2 or 3 posts and it was like 20K.
Yeah.
So like to see, like you said, if you would have gave a year of this, consistently posting because you're gonna be consistent. You already showed that on Instagram. What was the reach that you would be able to have?
Where we could be.
I would take this and scale it out even some more, but like AI and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I remember Gary Vee was talking about like the internet.
Yep.
When the internet came around, everybody was like, no, like we're not using this. We're used to the manual labor and everything. But look at the internet now. There's a generation that doesn't know anything outside of the internet.
You know, it's funny because you had brought this up and I was like, maybe I wasn't as interested, but it is something that I'm interested in because I use it, right? Speaking of AI, talking about the conference that we just had, and because the whole thing was about AI, right?
Yeah, yep.
But I think somebody said something, now I'm thinking about it, that made sense, and I think the same way. Like, AI, yeah, it can replace some jobs, but it would never be able to replace a human because we are the engine for it. It's how we use it and how we utilize it. And I think that's the most important thing about it, right? Because people are scared of it. But it's like, yo, it's really to like elevate your game. It ain't to replace you, it's to elevate you, right? So like when I think of AI and all the ways I use it, I'm like, man, I'm glad I did get on that wave because it's super helpful.
ChatGPT, it changed the game.
The game.
It changed the game.
But guess what? Without the right prompt, then you don't get the right answer.
Exactly.
So, and guess who creates the prompts? We do, right? So it's like, you don't gotta be scared of it. Like when these things happen, hop on a bandwagon. Just like crypto, right? We seen this crypto thing, the Trump coin, right? Yeah. And again, I'm not as big into crypto, but what are the odds? I'm on the phone with my homie who does crypto, and I mean, his portfolio is crazy. I mean, he probably up $1 million, like really.
Yeah.
And he was saying like this Trump coin, but he was like kind of scared of it because he didn't know if it was real or not. And then I think that day, Trump came out and supported, or his son or something that showed it was real. Like, boom, this Trump coin is real.
Yeah.
Then it went up even more.
Bro.
So last night, right? So listen, last night I didn't get into it because I got an account. I got my Phantom wallet and everything, and I could have grabbed some, but at that point it still was like, it was high right then, right?
Like $20, $30.
I don't even think it was at that, but it was high because it started at like
18
less
cents.
than right. So I don't know if he got it, but I know it was during the day, right? And we were talking about it. And he was like, man, it might be about to drop because so many is getting oversaturated, right? Bro, they said it went up since, that's during the day yesterday. 10 o'clock last night, they said it went up this morning since last night. So I'm like, damn, imagine if I would have just jumped in during the day.
Damn. Bro, and that's the crazy thing is like, my homie called me, he was like, bro, we got to get this right now. But I don't have a Phantom wallet. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and for people that are not really invested in crypto, it's a Solana coin. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not investing in Solana like that. So when, you know, the database and everything, you have to swap it using Solana. So I'm trying to find somebody that has Solana. I'm calling people like, yo, I throw you some bread. You know what I'm saying? You trying to get this coin because the time that it will take me to get everything invested in getting all the software, it's probably going to go up another $10. Within 2 hours, they're saying it was like a $10 billion market cap.
Damn.
That's insanity.
Jeez.
So when you talk about like the new wave, yes, be strategic at the end of the day. It's take the risk according to what you can handle at the end of the day, right? With anything in this. It could be TikTok, it could be crypto. Do your research, but don't let fear hold you back from taking that risk. Because, go ahead.
No, you're right. But also, you know what's crazy? Don't let that fear of missing out have you on the other side of that.
That's true. And that's why I say calculate the risk.
So it's like, yeah, you got to be calculated. You got to do your research. Like, there's a lot that go into this. Because even I wanted to just jump in things without knowing. And I think one thing that I've learned, and it was indirectly through you, but directly through my guy GQ, one of my line brothers who actually like is teaching me about the crypto thing. And y'all both said the same thing. And I didn't really understood it until I heard him say it, but I've been heard you say it. So you was like, I didn't really start winning in stocks until I started like really learning myself and making my own decisions, right? And GQ was saying the same thing. Like, man, you can learn so much from people and copy their plays and all that. But he was like, I didn't really start winning or like really making big moves until I started like learning it myself and really taking the risk that I wanted to take. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I just heard this twice. But yeah, man, you definitely want to do some research before you jump in there.
Not to move away from that too fast, but like personal finance is personal. And that's what people need to learn. It's just like your strategy may be real estate. Your strategy might be, you know what I'm saying, selling vending machines because it just makes sense to you. So whatever way you find, whether it's a hustle or a hobby or whatever you're trying to do for extra income, just what makes you happy also, but what makes sense for you. I'm investing in coins that I don't know nothing about in the beginning. I'm investing in businesses that I don't care about this sector, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm looking at things that I actually care about. So when I started to dive into that sector, I'm like, okay, this is starting to make sense. But then you can see the chart and it makes sense because you understand the audience. You understand if this is a product specifically, who are they targeting? So if there's something in the world that is influencing this or affecting this, now you're piecing it together. I'll never take away what Cat Williams said in the beginning of last year. He was like, life is a cycle. And you just got to realize where you are on the cycle. And that's a lot of these markets. Like, if you could pay attention to patterns and things of that nature, it's going to come back around. That's why they say what goes down must come up, especially in the stock market. So, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm happy that GQ said that, too.
I wish I could have got some damn Trump coins.
I did. I do.
I wish I could have came up with a couple hundred bannies.
I do.
Damn. But whatever, man. That's what happens when you're not... You got to get focused on something, but whatever.
Somebody told me something else to look out for, but I'll tell you off camera. I can't get that for free.
What was it? I mean...
No free game on that. I'm not a financial advisor.
Okay.
Because then they're going to come back, they're going to play.
Man,
they're going to be like, Alex.
I jumped in the play and lost all my money last night. Fucking...
Was it Trump?
Nah, it was, I think it was...
Dogecoin?
TikTok. Oh, shit. I took all my money out. It might go up. Oh, I lost everything.
In
Hold
TikTok?
up. Yeah, it's like a TikTok coin.
There's a TikTok coin?
Yes.
What?
It's like I don't know if it's fake or not, but like it's like officially shut down. But it took all my money. Like I put money in there, it took everything. I was like,
TikTok coin?
Yeah, but it ain't going up. It ain't doing nothing.
My TikTok's still not back.
Well, yeah, man, let's get it, man. Yeah, man. I think that's all we have for business. Or no, what else? Is that all we have for the?
That is it. I mean, we still have more for the inauguration, but we're gonna talk about that later on, unless you want to go into it now.
No, that's fine, man. I want to follow our. Let's follow
our structure,
script, man. Let's not go all over the place. Let's see how is it. Let's see if it's boring or is it good.
Is it good?
Let's see.
Let's get into our core discussion.
And that's another thing that I like, not to be random. So many people be afraid to like fail or afraid to try things.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, bro, what's like you said, like when you said you were talking about being a speck in this world, like what's your life to like eternal life, right? And what's 1, 2, 3 shows to 1,000, right? What's a month to years, right? What's a day to months? And it's like, yo, you really can get out here and experiment with your work or what you got going on, because if you're going to be consistent, then that one little time ain't going to do nothing. Those couple times, right? So if you want to experiment, go experiment, right? I say that to say because like, yo, let's see. If it's boring, it's one episode.
Right.
And then this is the perfect time. Ain't nobody watching this shit. Shout out to everybody watching. No. Because I don't want to. Once you start to learn me, you'll understand. But in the grand scheme, ain't nobody watching this shit right now, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that are watching. That's dope as hell. People comment at the end. I'm like, yo, that's fire. Our time is like 20 minutes.
Average watch time?
Like,
yeah, that's dope.
fire.
Yeah, that was really dope. Yeah.
So even if it's not, I appreciate what we have, but in the grand scheme of things, it's going to be so much more, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, we have time to, let's play with it. Pause. Like, that's what I'm saying. That was crazy. That was crazy. But like, you know what I'm saying? We can experiment. So yeah, man. Moving on, man.
And if you don't understand the sign, listen, man. For some reason we just find ourselves talking about relationships, bro.
Cause, bro, we human.
This is where we are though in life.
Facts.
We are dating, you're in your 30s. I'm about
as
to be
adults.
30. As adults,
we're dating as an adult, and it's different.
Very different.
And because you know how you say, let me tell you something. You know how like when you're 21, you 18, you be like, man, I'm grown.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you think you grown. So, like, even before I got with Sade, right? Like, I think I got with her at 28, I think. maybe 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think 25, 26, 26, I think. Something like that, right?
All right.
I thought I was grown. 25, I'm grown, right? But coming out of that relationship and like starting over to dating and get to know people, it's way different. It's like I thought I knew what dating was. I didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
So like now you get to talking to people like, you know what? We all grown. Like for example,
okay,
right? Like you hear all these stories of like what girls require or expect, right? And I'm not the one to go against whatever they require or expect because that's what the fuck they want. If that's what you want, you should be able to get it. You might just won't get it from me. And that's what's wrong with you niggas. Hold on, that's when I get in my bag.
Niggas be lying.
Bro,
you niggas be lying.
It's not even lying, bro. Like, y'all niggas be having some type of false expectations just like these hoes, man. I'm sorry. Like, yo, like, a nigga be wanting to date outside of his comfort zone, right? He want to date outside of his budget. He want to date outside of what he got going on and what's in his circle. Nigga, you got to come back down to reality. Like, a lot of you niggas be having false hopes and expectations for a chick that ain't even in your league, my nigga. It's okay if you're in the G League. She might be in the professional. She might be in the NBA. You can't go there, not just yet. So just wait your turn.
Not just
yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm guilty too. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we all got big dreams. You know what I'm saying? We all got big dreams. Like, I want the biggest fish in the sea.
Right.
I might can't handle what that come with. You know what they say? Like, when you get a lot of money, the problems get bigger too.
Right.
Right? So you get a different type of chick that's used to this. So, like, as men, we got to stop complaining about chicks and their expectations and their requirement for their life. Mm-hmm. It don't matter if they can provide it or not. Who gives a damn? If that's what she want, see you later, bye. But you niggas be so invested in these chicks, it be like, I'm not even gonna do it, man. I ain't about to keep saying the same thing. Cause I was thinking about like, niggas be so invested into chicks, it make me think they want to be a chick. But whatever.
Oh my God.
It's like, yo.
How did we get here?
I don't know. But I'm just thinking, it's like, yo.
I go there. You're going this way.
But it's like, yo, why do you care so much? Like, if that chick want a nigga that's gonna pay her bills and take care of her, she not for you if that's not what you're trying to do. And if you ain't on that energy, first of all, I don't know.
You know what the crazy thing is? My mindset is why do we feel like when we have the opportunity to cultivate or build like your child, you know what I'm saying? Like not build or like lead, you know what I'm saying? We're so focused on what other people are doing. Focus at what's at home. Because you may not like that, but also you have the ability to pour into somebody. Yes, they're going to ultimately make the decision at the end of the day, but you can instill morals and principles into your child so that when they do grow up, they do look at the world as a different place. Obviously, this woman has gone through something that has her thinking this way.
Man, these niggas can't do that because they so invested into pussy. Niggas ain't invested into crypto stocks. They ain't invested into fucking self-development. They invested into pussy. So you telling me, you asking me why they so worried about the next chick or they could be worried about their children. Nigga, they probably don't even know their children's middle name. I'm just saying. Nigga, like these niggas, listen, bro. Listen. I'm just saying, some of these niggas probably don't even know what the inside of their palms look like. You know what I mean? Like niggas be worried about everything else but themselves. So I'm just like, I'm joking, but I'm dead ass. Like,
no, you dead ass
I'm just
right
saying,
now.
like, bro. So, but jokes aside, I don't know. Like, that's why they always be like, the grass is green where you water it, where you take care of it. So, like, bro, instead of like worrying about the next person, just worry about you. You'll attract you'll attract exactly who you are. You attract exactly where you are at, right? Like, you attract where you are. It just is what it is. So it's like, bro, when a girl say she got these requirements, it's just like, cool. But I say all of that to get back to dating as an adult, right?
Okay.
Dating as an adult, it shows you that you have to be an adult. And that's accepting and moving on when it's not for you, right? So as an adult, it's like, oh, this bitch really want a nigga that's going.
You might want to trick on her, yeah.
Oh, damn. As an adult, you know what? That ain't for me, babe. I don't have to see you later. It was nice meeting you, though. That's an adult. Adult is just accepting what you can't control. God, they say what? God grant me this serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I do, that I can. But most importantly, guys, don't forget the last part, the wisdom to know the difference. So that's to know the difference of the things that I can change and I cannot change. In your mind, I can't change it. So guess what? I'm going to have to accept that. A lot of niggas can't, but that's why we having so many I'm not going to do that today.
It's okay. I don't know where you were about to go, but I'm glad that you stopped yourself. I don't know
That's
where
why
you
we
was
be
about
having
to
so
go.
many weirdos in the motherfucking world, man, because
Okay.
y'all can't control it and you can't control yourselves. A lot of times a chick tell you no and you can't control them. You so fucking horny and you just want to go. That's the fucking problem with. I don't know. I might have ADHD or something. That's
the problem with the world.
Yeah, it's like, bro, if you can't control it, bro, just take a deep breath, woosah, and move on. There's a billion girls in the world. And you mean to tell me there's one little chick
got you thrown off.
that got you. There's one chick, because she want a nigga that trick on her.
Jumping off the edge.
Nigga, if you don't go do some motherfucking push-ups somewhere. Like
niggas don't work out no more.
Yo,
niggas don't be in the gym.
Testosterone. Like, yo, y'all niggas got so much estrogen built up. Where'd it come from? I don't like it. It's like, bro, if a chick say hilarious. She don't like something, move the fuck on. Move to the side, nigga. Let the next nigga do it, because there's plenty of niggas that's willing to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't be tripping. Because I don't know, niggas be thinking I be pick me. Nah, y'all just ain't hearing me.
Yeah.
Because I ain't never say I'm not with none of this shit.
Right.
I'm just not about to be forcefully on a chick that ain't with it either. Like, y'all niggas be mad because I'm telling you, I'm giving you free game.
That's adulting, though. That is adulting. And we had a conversation before we got here. Bro, because we were talking about, do women want you to sell a dream a little bit? And I was talking about being honest.
Yeah.
Like, just being honest. But I felt like, and to give y'all a little bit of insight into my life, in this season of dating, I just feel like I'm going to be upfront, as you should be.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, that's I'm not going to say too honest, but the person that I'm talking about in this particular situation was just like, damn, I wish you would have let us vibe. Because I was like, no, this is what it's going to be moving forward. Like, if we do continue to go this way, but I felt like there's so much more, I had more respect for myself, knowing that I laid everything out on the table. And whatever you decide from this point moving forward, that's on you. But I feel like a lot of niggas be out here trying to sell a dream, and at the end of the day, you mad at why they have this perception. Because y'all niggas is lying. Y'all selling these dreams, and then now the expectation is like, all right, I done been fooled a couple times. Now I'm going to start to expect this. I'm going to try to get everything that I want on the front end. Because on the back end, I know that you might try to play. So, bro, what can you expect? What can you expect?
Niggas want to be everything else but themselves. They want to be a character. They want to be Pinocchio. They want to be everything but your flesh and skin and your blood, right? Bro. This is real. You'd rather be something fake. But what I'm saying is, like, even with that, look at us. I think I strive to reach the highest level of duality and being a human as possible, because I feel like humans are dual creatures, and we should understand and accept that. As much as you said that, is another side of that conversation where it's sad, but it's like, it's real. And that's the part of like the inquisitive part of still wanting to see how far you can go. Right? Like, you might say, I don't want something serious. And then as a human, the first thing like, but you ain't never meet me though. You ain't never have a me though. So for those people who are able to hear it and be like, you know what? I respect that. Let me exit. Those are the people that we should study. Because I'm still trying to unlock that, right? Because you have somebody who's very upfront in what they want and who they are, and you still want to chase. And it's like, you already know that you don't like this. So why? Why?
That's an interesting question. It's deeper.
It's deeper. It's like this. It's this aspect of like, again, I want what they say I can't have. I want what I'm not supposed to have. It's a challenge. Right? It's a challenge. So it's like, yo, you know damn well she ain't in your tax bracket. She way above it.
But you're going to try it anyway.
Well, I'm going to try it anyway. And it's like you setting yourself up for failure. Then you get with the chick, right? She's giving you the energy she's been giving you, right? And now you want to call her all type of names. You want to complain to her all the time, right? Make her feel like it's never enough and make her feel like she should change. When, bro, you knew this from the beginning.
You met her this way.
You met her this way. So you got to be stronger in yourself to be able to walk away. So who was to blame? So again, we go back to these conversations about y'all looking at these chicks and pointing the finger at these chicks saying what they do and how they shallow and all this and all that. Why are you even focused on that? That shows you what you're focused on. The fact that you can look at somebody and critique them about what they care about, nigga, what you care about. Because if the shit that I see that I don't care about, I move the fuck on.
It ain't even a conversation.
It ain't even a conversation. So it's like, yo, what are y'all talking about? But again, I too was somebody that had to learn that. Right? Because again, I feel like a lot of the issues of me and my partner was we just didn't like each other, but we ain't had it hard enough to walk away when it was time. So guess what happens when you don't have it hard enough to walk away in the beginning? It gets harder. And it gets harder. And the arguments get worse. and the cuts go deeper. So you like it's better to fix it now than to fix it later. Right. That's what everything in life. So it's like, yo, if you see something that you don't like, bro, just walk away. And I know it's easier said than done, but we gotta make it easier done.
I hate to use this as an example, but it's like compared to like an illness, right?
I was thinking that. I just
or like
was
a
trying
cancer
to
or
keep
something
it.
like
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't catch it at its early stages, it may become fatal.
It comes worse.
It may become fatal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But in like certain things that you may have wanted for your life, let's use this figuratively and literally, might be put to death. So that happiness and joy that because you let this progress, now it's at a point where mentally you may never be in a position because of the trauma that you've endured and things of that nature. We always want to pray for healing, but bro, there's a lot of damage that has been caused that could have been stopped way before had we just had we have the discernment, but it's like the courage and the boldness to be able to say, you know what? This might be a good thing for somebody else, but it's not a good thing for me. Let me just walk away.
And bro, we gotta be able to do that. And that's the highest form of love. That's the highest form of love. Like we were talking about, I was talking to this chick not too long ago, right? And she was cool as hell. Personality was fire. It's just what came with her just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
And I had to be okay with that. A lot of times we get stuck in this like not wanting to be the bad guy, right? Somebody else acting like, yo, if you didn't like something about me, would you tell me? It's like I think I have to. Because if anything, that unlocks another level of me, is another piece in the puzzle. Now, like, I have the courage to be like, yo, I don't like this and I don't think this for me. When a lot of times we want to ghost them, right? Or we want to just act like it's nothing and put it aside. You know how you start liking somebody? So when you start liking somebody, you start to tolerate the things that you don't like more, right?
You ignore the red flags.
Right, you ignore the red flags, but that's worse for the long haul. So it's like, yo, I'd rather just not even deal with that. I'd rather take my own advice, and you know what? I like you, but I'm just not right there. I'm not there right now, and I love myself enough to not want to become somebody that I don't like. And what I mean by that is, again, real experiences. There's a lot of arguments that I had in my relationship that I wish I didn't have, right? A lot of times I responded to things I wish I didn't respond to, because then, again, and I hate to make it about this because it's never about this in relationships, but now my back is against the wall, right? If somebody does something, let them do that. Because me responding only shows more about me and my character. And I don't have no room to point the finger. I'll never forget when I was a kid, and not to ramble and rant, but I remember when I was a kid, right? My mom used to always say, I used to get in trouble in school. And I remember at times, it was sometimes I got in trouble at school where I really didn't do anything wrong, but because I got in trouble at school, what we say is 10% of what happened, but 90% how you react, right? Because I got in trouble for something that I didn't do, I would turn up. I'll never forget, my mom used to come there and she'd be like, yo, you gotta help me help you. So what that mean is, if you ain't do anything, just wait till I get here. Just wait. I'll protect you.
Be patient,
I got your back. But when you turn up, you got to get in trouble for what you did do. So going to the relationship is like, yo, you got to love yourself enough not to put yourself on the opposite end of the stick, right? So it's like, yo, if somebody does something, you know what? I'm going to keep it calm. Because I know the moment I turn up, now all that's going to do is invalidate my feelings from the beginning, because now all we're going to have to do is focus on what I really did.
Now you're dealing with just the consequences of your actions.
Exactly. So you know what? Yeah. I'm allow that. But going back to my point is like, we love ourselves enough not to go beyond our measure, like go beyond our I forgot the measurement of where we want to go, right? And we just got to do better at that.
Okay.
I only say that because it's like, yo, you know you don't like something. Think about how many times you had the conversation about what's your
boundaries.
What's your, not your boundary, but the conversation about
non-negotiables.
What's your non-negotiable, right? How many times you had those conversations? But then think about how many times that you went beyond your non-negotiable. So it wasn't a non-negotiable for real, right? You got to have a boundary and you got to stand on that, because what's a boundary if you don't enforce it? It's nothing. So you know what? I don't want to be? I don't want to be somebody who treats somebody like it's never enough. I don't want to be somebody who treats somebody like they got to change. I don't want to be that. Why? Because I hate when that's done to me.
Right.
So if you aren't able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, then you can't do this. So you got to do a better job at being able to have empathy, because if you can empathize, right, then you can start moving more intentional.
That's real.
Right? Because it's like, yo, I know I don't want this done to me, so the last thing I'm going to do is do it to somebody else. So you know what? If I don't like that, I know that in the future I'm not going to like it. So before I put myself in those shoes and put myself in that position to have to continue to complain about something I don't like, I'm going to let you be you, but just in the absence of me. I think that's
a bar.
That just is, man.
That's a bar because it is. I think the conversation that we're having is meeting somebody where they actually are. And I think the groundbreaking moment for me in life is just if somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And once you start to see that, Brad, there's so much. But then also having the acceptance within myself to realize that people don't change because of you. Like, they change because of themselves. So it's like, even if this person does, they're not going to change because of me. Their expectations, not just because of a person, bro. You may say it out your mouth, bro, but if you've lived long enough, and I think we have, but we still have a lot more living to do, you start to recognize that, like, when people actually take action to change or change their perspective, there's things that happen within themselves before you will see the domino effect of that. So,
that's so real. And then also just understand that even, I think Jay-Z might have said this, like, you was who you was, like, you are who you are, player, and the fact that still remains that you was who you were before you got here, right? So even in the case that people change, they are still who they are,
right?
So some things you got to be able to understand before you even get there, right? Like, who is this person at the core? Not saying they're a bad or good or bad person,
right?
But what are their morals and their beliefs? How do they react in certain situations, right? Yeah, it can get better, but even, and again, not to continue to make this about me, but I've had the experience. It was times where our arguments gotten better. But guess what? That better still wasn't good enough because we shouldn't even have been at where it was at before, right? So even in the case that it got better, it's like I'm still not okay with this, right? So you got to understand, like, who you can deal with and how y'all react to each other in the smallest of ways, right? Because it's like, yo, if this go here, like, I got to be able to understand the patterns. Okay, you do this, so you could do this. It's similar, right? So, like, it's just really being able to understand that and just knowing what you can and cannot tolerate, bro. Like, they ask you before you get married, before you get to pointing all them fingers, if this person never changed, would you be able to be with them forever? And a lot of times the answers be no.
People don't ask themselves those questions.
Yeah, you got to get with somebody
it's scary to ask that question because that question means, like, the uncertainty. That question makes you look at down the road, and I think a lot of times people are just trying to think of what are the good that I can find in a person. They're nitpicking at it, and it's like, okay, I can hold on to this. Now, granted, there's always going to be things that you have to work through. You're never going to meet the perfect person. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be elements of it. But if there's something that you know within yourself that this is a non-negotiable, this is something that I can't compromise, that it's a line in the sand. There's so many people, and I could talk about, like, personal examples, family members that I've seen where I've had a conversation where somebody said to me, I knew 11 years ago that I wasn't supposed to be in this situation. And it was like, why did you stay? And there's factors, children, things of that nature. But it's just like, again, the trauma that now you have to unpack because you let yourself endure this for 11 years, knowing in your heart, not just everybody around you, God telling you, whatever. Like, bro, this isn't for you. And we're talking about relationships. This doesn't even just have to apply to relationship. This could be jobs. This could be careers. This could be cities. I would never forget, Deion Sanders said this, and it was so groundbreaking for me because he was like, my greatest ability, and I may have said this before, was the ability to let go. And I remember the analogy where it was like, you know what I'm saying? You can't receive what God is trying to put in your hand when you're like this. And a lot of times, it's not just like this. We like this with it. You know what I'm saying? You don't even want to see it. But we're walking down this path. It's like, nah, bro, like, you really do want this. I had a person tell me recently, like, no, I want a relationship. And I told her straight up where I was at. But again, one thing that I've been hearing is like, no, I can respect it. You respect yourself, but then more importantly, you show that you respect the other person by respecting yourself because you create those boundaries. And that's what I think adulting is. We're still figuring it out. We still have our fun. We still have our flaws and things of that nature. But this is aspirational on what we are currently working to be. Because I think we talk about honesty being the best policy. Yeah, it sucks when you're being honest if somebody doesn't. But I, again, have the integrity that I walk away with. Even if somebody doesn't accept what I've laid out on the table, that I laid it out on the table. Now, if they do choose to go the way that I wanted to go, great. But if they don't, at least I know that I was upfront.
Bro, it's so much to that. Like, you talk about the absence of, like, you're not able to accept what God wants to give us when we like this, right? We got to let go. And that's of so many things. And I'm thinking, like, one thing I'm thinking of is, like, that hurt. Right? A lot of times we're hurting, we're holding on to that hurt because that's all we know how to do. Like sometimes that hurt be the driving factor of us being so many times being successful, right? Because we held into that hurt and we was able to push through because of that hurt or whatever. But oh, how good it feels when you can let go, right? Because it's like, man, even now, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, there be times where I might think of the idea of falling in love again, and it almost scares me, to be honest. It's like,
same.
I was listening to this Partisan Fontaine song. It was Run, like run, 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 run. And what he was saying was like, basically like, you got run, like when you see me, like I'm a good thing, but run away from me, right? And yeah, you can pull up the lyrics. I don't know if that's what you're about to do, but like,
I'm about to like something.
Oh, so when I did that, I was like, when I heard it, I'm like, wow, that's how I feel sometimes. But if you could just let that pain go, because when you hold on to something, guess what? You're attracting it unconsciously. It's like you're subconsciously attracting that because that's all you know. So that's how you start the trauma bond with somebody, right? Because they hold to the same pain. Now y'all talking about pain, and now y'all really just locked in because y'all two hurt individuals. Y'all some hurt ass motherfuckers.
Oh, now you talking about something. Oh, okay,
right?
Go ahead.
So it's like
you about to cook now,
you
huh?
let that. Nah, it's just like if you let that pain go, then you can really fall into something and be happy. But it's like, how do you let it go? People don't even know how to let it go. You gotta let it go, man. Let that pain go.
No, this is good because like when you were just talking about love in particular, in Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, there's a chapter that talks about love, and it says this line where it was like, one who has truly loved can never lose entirely, because it suggests like the concept of it's better to have loved than lost than to have never love again. And what he was saying, and I'm paraphrasing because I may have to just go and read this again, but essentially it's just like, now that you know that the potential for love exists, that means that it can come around again because it would never be fleeting. So the fact that now you have loved before, even if you're doubtful at your core, you know that you've experienced it. So now it exists in your compass, in your moral compass now. So it's something that I can strive for. So yes, it may be hurting things that are we talked about this last week. A lot of people are in a place where we're talking about the fine line of love and hate. And a lot of people are in a place where they're hating people because they want to put out that love, but in the absence of that love, because of whatever is holding them back, whether it's fear, now that hate, it makes room and brings room for hate and bitterness to come in. And when you talk about what is actually the source of bitterness, it's from a hurt or a pain. But a lot of times when we experience that, you don't grieve something that you don't care about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not hurt by something that you don't care about. A lot of these things that affect us is because we had some type of love or a affection or something towards it. Something was attracting us towards it. So when we experience it, it's just like, yeah, we do have to go through that process of healing, because you can bury that love to a point that it's like now when you really want to, and it's scary, because let's say you do meet that person, but now you've buried it for so long, you got to move. You don't even know how to find it. You moving past all the hurt and everything to try to get to it, but it's been there the entire time. So when you said what you just said, it always makes me think about that, because I remember reading it at the time. We had just broke up with my ex when I was reading it, and I was like, dang, like it hurts, because it's like, do you want to love again? That's really a question I ask myself. It's like, do you want to love somebody again? And I had to get to that core, like, yeah.
Yo, people ask me like, would you get married again? I'm like, hell yeah, I want to get married.
Yes.
Yo, but, I wanted to point out, this might be random, not random,
No,
but
fine.
somebody asked me, it was a while ago, I'll never forget. I think we had maybe one conversation, and I thought it was so dope because she was so open. She was like, well, what is your relationship status? And I told her, and instead of like her judging me, she was like, damn, are you okay? And I'm like, wow. Because so many people, they look at it and they judge it. They want to know if are y'all really going to separate, y'all really get together? You know what I'm saying? But she was like, man, that's a lot. Are you okay? And like when she asked that, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of fucked me up. Like,
Because nobody
ever asked me that. I'm like that really, even think about it now, because I'm like, yo, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's something that I wanted to work so bad, and it didn't. And more than likely, as what I see, it probably won't ever work out, right? And it's like, that's grief. That take a long time to like get over, and I never been through a grief like that, except for like outside of my line brother passing away, right?
Yeah.
And even then, that was my first time experiencing that. I never understood it. We're so desensitized because we come from places where people die every day, right? As sad as it is, and it's like, it's normal.
Yeah.
I lost one of my closest friends, my cousin, to me in my face while he was holding my hand when he got hit by a car in an accident. Like I literally watched him die. So it's like, and I was like 11. You know what I'm saying? So this desensitization, whatever, is real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, man, you don't understand what that feel like until it happens. And now a lot of times when it do happen, you're an adult. And it's like you can't really dwell in it because you got real life to worry about. So I say that to say, like, when she asked me, I'm like, damn, man, that's dope, bro. And like about this love thing, I think I had this conversation. We all had this conversation before on the Gemini Scorpio podcast. And like I look back on it, and I definitely could have had a different approach, tone into it. But I was saying, like, you know, I think one of the scariest parts of love is like just understand that, knowing that somebody else can let go at any given time.
Yep.
Right? I want somebody to love me unconditionally, but know that I'm not using that as a crutch to do anything I want. So I understand the scare. I understand the being scared on both parties, right? Like I want somebody to be able to love me through whatever in life. But then on the other end, it's like, damn, if I love this person through whatever, does he take advantage of my love? Does he do whatever he wants?
That's real.
And I want you to love me enough to know that I would never do that. But I want you to love me enough to know that I would never do that. And if anything ever was to happen where it was a misunderstanding or miscommunication or me just falling to sin and being human, that it really wasn't who I am. It's just something that came with me, right? A lot of people don't understand that, like, bro.
It doesn't define you.
Yeah, what you do and what happens in your life doesn't define you. It's how you. It's about when you get up and continue to do it again. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's why we have so many people trying to hide things. Like they're scared, right? And I think we're going to come to a conversation where like the dude was humiliated, right? But it's like you gotta face those fears head on, right? But going back to the love, it's like I want to be loved where it's really unconditional. I remember when like getting with my ex and like I never could understand the love from like a child to a mother. And I'm like, yo, like I want you to love me how you love Amaya. And that might have been uncomfortable or like, I don't know, I might not have, I don't know. But I just know I wanted to feel that love because it's like, you can
see it, yeah.
You can see it. It's like, yo, sheesh, I don't think you love me like that, right? Because when I make mistakes, you ain't as nice. You ain't as understanding. But I see this little girl making the same mistake over and over again. I know she know better. And I know she know better. And here you go, like, she's just is this and that. I'm like, damn, I want to be just your, right? I want to be that too.
Yeah.
You know what? He's just a human.
You know, it's crazy that you said that because right when you said that, it made me think of something that my mom always used to say. Because I always talk about my father and my parents and things of that nature because that's like the first example that I have of marriage. And they're in a much better place now. Like after they've gone to Haiti and everything, after my dad, you know, I think it finally clicked for him. But I remember years ago, this might be 10 years ago or so, my mom was like, my problem with your dad isn't about him being a father. He's a great father. Like, he's a great father. Would do anything for y'all. But she was like, if he just loved me even as 50% of the love that he had for you, we'll be amazing. So it's just kind of crazy because it's crazy to see that you have the capacity. She sees it. Like, I know you have the capacity to love your children. But it was like, what is it about me that it feels forceful at times? And it's so crazy because now I look at them and I think I know the turning point for my dad. It wasn't that he didn't have the love, it's how he was showing and displaying it.
Exactly.
And when he had the stroke, I remember we were in the waiting room and it was him and my mother and him, me and my mother. When he looked at the doctor, he was like, I can't die. And I was like, what? Like, I'm confused. I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, I can't leave my wife. The nigga ain't say me. The nigga ain't say none of my siblings or nothing. At that moment, the only person that he was living for in his mind, and he probably thought about it, but specifically where he felt like he had to articulate it, was my mother. And I remember she started bawling because it was just like, I could feel like she was like, if you would have just said that 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? If you would have just had the conversation like, and just communicated that to me, do you know how much that would have probably done for me? And it's like, bro.
I don't think we know how to.
Yeah.
And not saying, like you said, we got the capacity, but it's different, right?
Yeah.
Like, and even I say because like I'm thinking about now that I have my own child, right? And I looked at how I saw her love, and like it's probably the same now, because like I look at how I nurture my daughter, right? And how I'm there for my daughter and the words that I say to my daughter. And my ex probably thinking like, damn, why you I wish you would say that to me like that, right? I don't even, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know, but I know that I showed you my love through my actions. That's what I thought, right?
Right.
I'm pretty sure your father thought the same
And that's
thing.
probably, yeah.
And it's like, bro, like, I'm showing you through my actions. I don't think my daughter understands my actions. All I can do is say, and she is a daughter, like she's so small, and I get it. So it's like I want to be able to get that love as well. It's hard though. It's hard, and you know what? I think I might have had to experience that. And not to go random, but somebody DM me and was like, cause I don't know, I just be talking, but I remember telling to somebody like, you know, like me having 2 children, right? But like me wanting to be a better father to Maya or whatever, and I think that person had DM me like, man, I don't know what you talking about, but like you're a great pops for that girl, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't think y'all understand the capacity that I have, right? I see it because I'm with Alani all the time, right? So yeah, to the world, they're like, man, you're a great father, stepfather, you stepped up, and it's like, man, but I see what I am to my youngest one, right? So all along, maybe women see that in the absence, but I say that to say I needed that. To now that I know that I have that love, I know that I have the capacity to do that. When before I had her, I didn't really know, so I thought I was giving you the love, all the love that I had, but whole time, clearly you knew more than me.
That's crazy.
So
I know we veered off from dating, but like I do think that all of those do attribute to how we approach dating. Like the experiences that we go through, the just day-to-day interactions with women in general. You may not think that an interaction with your daughter might affect how you know what I'm saying? But it does, bro.
It does.
So like just every interaction that you have kind of shapes that. So when it is something that, talking about drawing a line in the sand and expectations, and if you do feel like there's something that's compromising or it's not compromising, just do the work. You know what I'm saying? Do the work within yourself.
And then you doing the work within yourself, you'll get more patience, right? Think about it, like things my daughter do, even my teenager, right? Like when I'm dealing with chicks, it's like just like my motherfucking kid. Like,
we're all grown. We're just big ass kids.
Yeah,
honestly.
Sometimes you just gotta like this is fresh. I don't know.
Oh Lord,
boy, I'm in this space where I'm not arguing with I'm not arguing with.
I feel like we're about to make it. Who?
Sade. I'm not.
Okay.
So I get to the daycare, right? And I guess so it's a Wednesday. We know Wednesday. I got class on Wednesday from 5 to 6. Like we had the recording. I leave there. I come straight to my house. Had to record. I'm doing my mentorship, right? From there, I had to go get my daughter because it's like 6:30. You know what I'm saying? I try to get about 5:30. So I guess in the between time of me like shutting down the recording or like finish my last conversation to go get my daughter, Shadi is hit me. Like I guess Alani has a fever or whatever, and I'm not seeing it. So I get there, so I finally see Shadi call me. I'm answering. She ramped up, right? Just wilding. So I politely hung up.
Politely?
Yeah, but I hangs up like, yeah, I'm not about to do that, right? So I get to Alani, and I'm chilling. So I take her to, because Alani is chilling. Like, she doesn't seem like she's feeling bad. Like, she's normal. Or like, she's, like, more quiet, but she's not, like, crying or nothing. So I see her. They said she had a fever, like, 104 or something like that. So I grabbed her. I take her to the urgent care. It's simple to me. Her mother's just like,
on
10. Like, why just on 10, right? I ain't even engaged with it. I say that to say, like, by the end of the night, we're talking about reservations of how we're going to keep her, but it's like cool and regular. And it's like, you have to be able to see that, again, not calling her a child, but it's like sometimes you got to be able to see that, like how kids had temper tantrums. Sometimes your partner might go in their mind and have a temper tantrum, and you're not about to, like, beat your kid all the time. Sometimes you be like, all right, when Alani get the land out on the floor,
just let him,
well, you can get your clothes dirty. That's all, and I ain't changing them. Yep, like, and yeah, she's younger, but still, the same with my oldest. You want to do that? The more you do it, the worse it's going to get.
Right.
Cool, so let you do it. Same with your partner. It's like, just let them have it. It's like,
let them have it.
She got it. Like, you upset. Boy, by the end of the day, all right, so I got can you help me with... And in my mind, man, I feel like we internalize everything now because I used to do that, and I'm still human. So it's like, yo, like, you're not about to just do this and just expect me to You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what?
Because we expecting the apology. It's like you were expecting so much more. No,
It's
you
like,
got it, bro.
you got it. It's so
Bro,
much helpful for yourself. You feel me? Like,
It's more peace, bro.
So like even in a dating aspect of it, it's like, yo, when certain things in your life shape you to be a better person. So now it's like I got again a deposit. I got the deposit. So now when I'm dating as an adult, it's like, you know, she's just being a girl. You got it. You got it.
Bruh, that I can't. That's what I'm going through right now. It's just like, bruh, I got it. You always said it. No one to hold, no one to fold. But it's crazy. Cause I get it now. You've been saying this for years, but like putting it into practice is just emotional intelligence. I think that's really what we're having a conversation about. And it's like knowing when to show this emotion and when not to.
It's like, you know what? It's okay. And then in the moments where you chilling, you know what? Maybe I need to turn it up a notch. Like, just being, it's really emotional intelligence. And like, what people don't understand is we're still developing. Like, not making no excuses. But like, yo, I'm just chilling, watching a game. I'm kicking it. You done put your hair in a different ponytail, different style. You put some different makeup on or something like that. I'm just watching the game. Baby, you always look good, right? But because you did something different, you expecting me to so you know what? Man, you did something different. Emotional intelligence. That shit is fire. What's 30 seconds? Give me that little affirmation, man. You know what I'm saying? I can get back and watch my game. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm telling you.
And again, a lot of these things are easier said than done. Because who knows? 6 months, a year down the line from now, I'm still going to be like, you just don't have no emotion. Like, you just so, like, bruh, like, I'm just chilling. Leave me alone.
Somebody told me I don't care recently. I was like, damn.
If I didn't care, I wouldn't be here.
Not just that. To kind of give you some insight to it, like somebody had reacted to this girl that I'm dating. Well, went on a date with. She had said that she wanted to go on a date, and then she was like, I don't want to go on a date anymore. And my response to it was, okay. And she was just like...
I wish you would have fought for me a little.
Not necessarily fought for you, but it was just like, you didn't even care. Like, obviously, I was excited, and then I changed my opinion. You. But that's what I said. I said, I'm at a point in my life, bro, I'm going to just see what's in front of me. And if you're telling me you don't want to go, obviously, you're making a decision based on trying to protect yourself or whatever you're in your mind, and I'm going to respect it right there. I'm going to just stop right there. I'm not about to be digging and trying to do the most because, respectfully, you know what? I'm going to just say it. I don't care. I care enough and I respect enough. But at the same time, I don't care enough to try to force you to have this conversation or something. No.
More people need not to care.
Because guess what? I respect you where you are. I don't care, bro. Like I can't. I want to find some profound words in this moment, but all I could think of is maybe I don't care right now.
Incoming, sidebar. We might have to make that announcement before the show. Sidebar, Jay crazy analogy, bro. You know what? I think of that, right? And I always go to the extreme. But listen, when I hear you say that, it make me really think of all this trauma that we have pent up. And how it evolves into something else. So I think about rape culture.
Oh God!
Right?
What?
Listen, no. How sad of a scene is it that you tell me something and I respect it, and you think that's weird? So that shows where we are as a race, as a culture, when it comes to trauma. It's like you're almost expecting for somebody to respond in like a negative way. Right? Like, because if you say something, I should be able to just respect it. Mm-hmm. But now, moving forward, like going along, how it transforms, same aspect in the sex realm, right? It's like, if you say no,
okay,
I should be able to be like, you know what, cool. But again, maybe not now we're adults, but I remember times when we was young, I used to hear these conversations. It used to be a saying where girls be like, if I say no, that means just try harder. I don't know. We ain't doing that as adults now. Right? So if you say no,
hell no.
Right. If you say no, no means no, I respect it. When I ain't about to try, no, right? But if you think about it, how society has worked, it's like a woman to say no, man to keep trying, it becomes normal, then y'all have sex, right? We gotta cancel that shit out. Mm-hmm. Because what happens is, woman say no, man keep trying, woman keep saying no, man keep trying, now you rape somebody, right? But it starts with the beginning where it's like, yo, she said, I don't want to go out because of X, Y, and Z. You said, cool. But if we had, I don't know no profound words. I'm just thinking about it. Maybe you could put it together, make it sound better, whatever. But I'm thinking about it like, yo, that's hurt when you like, you don't care. That's projection almost, if anything.
When I say I don't care?
No, when she say that. Like, and I'm not trying to downgrade her or nothing like that, but that's projection. Because it's something in your mind that you can't understand that I respect you. But that's a level of self-love that you need as well. Because if you loved yourself enough, it wouldn't matter how I felt. It will only matter what you say and how you feel.
Crazy.
Right? So, yo, I don't want to go. I respect you. Why not look at me in a highest of form? You look at me as you give me instead of giving me a compliment, you almost insult me by saying I don't care. Now I don't even want to talk to you. Like, what do you mean I don't care? Bro, like, if anything, like, that's what I mean. The bar is in hell when we talk about dating. Because I'm a man enough to respect your decision and you say I don't care, instead of you saying, yo, wow, that's great. I love the fact that you ain't try to convince me. I love that. Like, I love that about you. Now you insult me by saying you don't care. Like, nah, we need to did that. And the more I think about it, the more I get upset because I be getting that. It's like, yo, what do you mean? Like, if you tell me something, I respect it. Like, now you want me to go further? The bar's in hell. Like, y'all want to fuck with these niggas that don't got shit going on. Like,
but that goes back to what we were talking about when I was like, do people expect you to sell a dream a little bit? Do you think that people expect you to sell a little bit of a dream? Where I was just like, this honest route that I've been taking, I have found that it's a little jarring.
It is.
Because people are so used to you wrapping a lie around the truth. You know what I'm saying? And just giving you a little bit of what you want. So
because that's the world, though.
That's scary.
That's the country. That's our, I can't say that's the word. That's our country, right? Think about how many times, bro, we really get a small piece of it. And we can go this way, the work and everything, the business having. That's why it's so important to own your own. You get these jobs, you get a little raise, a little $5 raise, whatever. Yeah. Oh my God, this is something. You're bringing in millions for these people. They give you a little bit, and they're just wrapping it around in something that look good. The same way, but that's why. But it trickles down because now that's how we're used to getting treated like that. So we think it's norm. So then we pass it down. Then we expecting it. Yep. And it's like, bro, nah. But then y'all look at the disruptors or the black sheeps, right? And as if we're different. Nah, we just not okay with that weak ass fairy tale that y'all painting. I'm not okay with that. And I'd rather go out and break that cycle. But because it's so normal, when you try to break that cycle, they look at you as like weird. They look at you as disruptive. They look at you as a problem. It's like, nah, I'm not the problem. You're the problem. Because you're a peasant. You want to continue to go along with you want to follow the trend and go along with everybody when, bro, just because 1,000 people do it don't mean 1,000 people right. And I'm gonna stand on what I believe in every single time. Every single time, right? So it's like, yo, like, I seen a meme on Instagram not so long ago when it's a bunch of like stick figures walking off the ledge. And one person like, stop. And they like, move out my way. And they just walking off the ledge to kill themselves. But you have this one person that's saying, don't do that to try to save you, right? But it's just like slavery. It's just like what they said about Harriet Tubman. So many more people would have been freed of slavery if they just knew they were slaves. Yeah. It's like we're a slave to this thought process. We're a slave to this country. We're slaves to this idea of, it's so many ideologies that we're a slave to. We don't have to be
living
that.
in the free world.
In the free world. We don't have to be that. But you also don't have to judge the next person that don't want to be a slave. If you want to be a slave, cool, be a slave. I don't want to be that. I don't want that for my life. But and all this is around dating because it's a mindset. It's a mentality. And it's like, man, I ain't thinking like that no more. And if you thinking like that, that's cool. But maybe I'm on something else.
Dating in 30s. Moral of the story, accept people's preferences.
Accept people's preferences. And get some own. That's why you niggas don't accept people's preferences, because you don't got your own. Nigga, you can't accept somebody else's standards because you ain't got no standards for yourself. Nigga, go get some morals. You keep looking at these chicks about what they want and what they can't have and their standards in life. That's because you ain't got no standards, nigga. What the fuck? Y'all be worrying about the wrong shit.
Not even just that.
You worry about these whole standards when you ain't got no standards of your own. Nigga, go get some standards, nigga. Then maybe you could be happy with yourself and you could see, somebody having a standard for them and you be okay with it. But you ain't okay with it because you ain't got nothing for yourself. You bum ass nigga. That's what the fuck is wrong with y'all. My bad.
I ain't turn it up this episode.
My bad. Nigga ain't got no standards, but you got a nerve to complain about another nigga's standards. Another person's standards.
Not even just that. You might even have them, but can't live up to them.
Nigga. Go get busy somewhere. That's be the problem. You niggas ain't busy enough. Y'all niggas got too much time on your hands. You got enough time to argue in the comments about what a chick want and what a chick don't want. That because you ain't busy enough. You niggas need to go get some. I said it before. Go get a trade and go do something.
Go in a house.
Nigga, you in a house. Like, you in the house playing fucking video games or something. Like, nigga,
but even that,
with your life.
if you gonna do that, make some money off it, start streaming or something.
Man.
Anyways, look, bro.
Fucking.
We get into the shits? Or we want to talk about, well, I feel like we stay that for next week because that's a real good conversation.
Yeah, come on. Let's get to the shits, man. Terrible takes.
So, you want to break it down?
Can we go straight to TikTok, bro? Because, like, when I've been being patient.
Yeah.
Bro, can we tell the people how and you might can explain this way better, because you had a great take. I'm like, oh, shit. But, bro, this whole thing was a finesse, bro.
I think so.
It's a whole finesse. Like, think about it, shut down TikTok for a day. If that. It was like a half a day. It ain't even been and the world went crazy. It makes so much sense. I'm like, damn, that's a marketing genius.
I'm sick of it.
That's fire,
I'm
boy.
sick of it.
I'm like, let's see if it's working right now. Hold up. I always want to make sure.
Bro, if it does come back 100%.
Let me see. This shit is working.
I'm sick of it.
It's working.
It's not working for me yet.
It's not working for you?
Yet.
I'm scrolling. I'm going down.
Hold on.
It's working. People making new content. Let me see. Let me see if I see a TikTok about TikTok real quick. Then that's how you gonna know. Let me see.
If I see a TikTok about TikTok, it said for some, so it may not be.
Mine is working right now.
All right, Jay's is working.
So it's like, yo, Trump is a master in disguise. The nigga's a master.
The nigga gets y'all every time, bro, and I'll just be here watching because he planted the seed, watched the chaos, and then created the solution, made himself the solution. And what people don't know, all right, so let's break this down.
Break it down, Alex.
So Trump was the one that blew the whistle on TikTok in 2020. There's an article. If you go and look this up, I'm going to look at the date. Give me 1 second.
Read this.
Welcome back. It said, as a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S.
Yo, he probably, wait a second. He probably orchestrated this whole thing. Think about it, right? Make sure, I'm going to make sure y'all back, but when we back, make sure you let them know who did it, right? Make sure you say my name. Make sure you think about it.
This is the stimulus checks all over again.
Yo, Trump, bro.
I'm sick of this
If he
nigga.
ain't nothing else, bro, he a marketing genius, boy.
Bro, I'll give him that. Okay, here's the date. Executive orders. Executive order on addressing the threat posed by TikTok. Do you know who the president was? Issued on August 6, 2020. The first sentence says, I, Donald J. Trump, and I'm going to scroll down. It says, specifically, now I'm going to read this entire thing. I'm sorry. I got to read this entire thing. It says, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, find the additional steps that must be taken to dealing with the national emergency with respect to the information and communications and services supply chains declared by the executive order in 2019, May 15th of 2019. This is where it started. And it says, but specifically, the spread in the United States of mobile applications developed by companies owned by the People's Republic of China. And he scrolls down even further. If you scroll down even further, he said, at this time, actions must be taken. Actions must be taken to address the threat posed by one mobile application, in particular, TikTok. You stupid motherfuckers gonna sit up here and I know what's coming. Y'all gonna say that Donald Trump brought back TikTok. And I'm gonna throw this motherfucking mic at y'all. The nigga created the problem to come back around.
To fix it.
And you know what's crazy? Biden could have signed it off. He was like, nah, bro, go ahead. I don't know why.
I think Biden is just, he's like, I'm too old for this shit.
Probably.
He's like, bro, just
Probably.
get this shit back. Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
Probably. Because when I read that, I was like, and then all of a sudden he was like, but it's interesting because it's fair. TikTok helped him win. He said he gained, I think it was 34 million young voters or something like that from TikTok and campaigning on TikTok. So now you have the knowledge and understand how you can use it for yourself. It's like,
I just can't believe that it's a whole frenzy on social media. And right before we record, and we record pretty decently early.
Yeah.
It's back on.
Bro.
Just like that. It went off, 8 o'clock last night?
I want to say like 8, 9, yeah. Niggas was crying.
Came back on before 1:30. And the next day. Like, that's crazy. Not even 24 hours.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And you see the message, though.
Yes.
It's the message. His name is right there. It's just like the stimulus
Make
checks.
sure it says Donald Trump.
Regardless.
When you go out, matter of fact, when you go offline, say, and hopes Donald Trump said, you know what I'm saying? Come back on, Donald Trump.
That's the talks. It was like, listen, as long as you make me look good in this situation, I'll get it back. Don't worry. This was something that was probably 4 years in the making.
Yo, Donald Trump is
I can't stand these niggas.
Like, but my thing is, I seen somebody, and we probably don't have to go too deep into this. I seen a young lady made a post about the government being focused on TikTok when there's so many other things to be focused on. It's like, bro, y'all really focused on an app?
Bro, when there's domestic terrorists that are walking through right now and y'all don't know nothing.
I mean, when you put it in perspective like that, it's like, damn, it shows what the fuck we care about.
It's power, bro, because it's China. So, like, in all fairness, they own it, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like they get information. There's national security issues and things of that nature. And that's why back then when they had the ban, they're like, if you work in a government office or something, you're using a government phone, you can't download TikTok on your phone, like a government phone. So it makes sense. Like, I understand it. But again, I'm not going to give a fish credit for swimming.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know. And speaking of that, though, right? We talking about Donald Trump and the inauguration. So I seen something that I thought was kind of funny. Like,
what happened?
So Snoop Dogg performed, but when I guess one of his first inauguration, Snoop Dogg was one of the people criticizing people for performing.
Let me see if I can find the video.
Let's see if we can find the video.
But
I mean, people can learn. It's just one thing. It's nothing wrong with learning. It's nothing wrong with changing your opinion. It's nothing wrong with having to change your heart. The only thing I'm gonna say is the internet just forever gonna be undefeated.
Because they're not gonna forget.
The internet can never forget.
You just gotta make your apology just as loud as disrespect.
Exactly. That's
So
it.
he gotta come out and be like, my bad. Look, I learned. I need to get that bag. Like, that's the only way you can respond to this.
What happens is so many people they aren't able to do that. They try to like justify or like, bro, just be like, yo, that's what I thought then. Nah, I changed my mind. Some things happen.
Hold up, let me cast this. But the internet is undefeated, bro.
You can just play it. Play the audio on the mic.
On the mic? All right, cool. Hold up.
Perform for Donald Trump, huh? Which one of you jigaboo gonna be the first one to do it? I'm waiting. I'm gonna roast one of you Uncle Tom for doing it. Which one of you gonna do it first? I suppose the one that performs for himself.
You know, as we pop our shit, and I just thought about this. If you clip anything that I said on this podcast 10 years from now, I said it.
Nigga, I said it. And guess what? I said
I
it.
meant it.
And I meant it then. Even if I don't mean it now, if you watching it 10 years from now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care. I said it. But
I
guess
said
what?
it. What are we talking about?
Because I was just thinking, when I saw it, I was like, damn. We be saying some crazy things on this podcast.
Yeah.
And but you said it before. You were like, bro, I've done things in the past where I was like, this, yeah, it's very different.
Very different. I'm a human,
the one thing that I'll say is that we say it publicly, too.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm about to hide from this. Like, no, I may have said this in the past.
I'm not throwing no rocks and hide my hand. I'm not scared of y'all niggas. Like, yeah, I was a human. I made a mistake. I'm like, damn. Probably shouldn't have said that, but, you know, I had to learn through some things, and it ain't helped that I was on the internet with it. So, because y'all niggas be saying some shit behind closed doors, and if we would, if the walls could hear, nigga, if the walls could talk,
you
niggas would be in trouble.
It's over with.
Yeah, so I was like, man, I ain't tripping about that.
So my question is for you, though. It wasn't just Snoop. Rick Ross was there. Soulja Boy also was there. What is your take on that? Like, do you think that Snoop should have? I mean, I'm never going to be opposed to somebody getting their bag, bro. I know some people would say all money ain't good money, but it's like, I don't know what he's dealing with financially. I don't know what he has to pay for. Nothing. Like,
I can't have this conversation only because I'm not invested in politics at all, right?
Okay.
So I've had people that I've known was like, no, I'm voting for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts, same.
So, but because I don't really understand the different policies, I can't really go into say why they shouldn't or should. But I know I've heard a lot of people like, nah, I'm voting with Trump. So clearly something had to be right in that regard. That's all I'm saying. So maybe when he first came, people ain't understand him. People ain't understand the policies. People ain't see how he would affect the economy, right? And after that, we had another president after him. Maybe people saying that it was some different. Again, I don't know, but because I don't know, I can't really say like Rick Ross, Snoop, or Soulja Boy. Like maybe they just getting paid. Like I don't know. When I seen it, I ain't think nothing of it. Honestly, I didn't even know this shit was going on.
What the crypto the event?
Yeah, I didn't even know.
So inauguration is tomorrow. This was at an event where he launched that crypto coin.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
you know what it probably? You know what it probably was?
What?
Them motherfuckers probably got the inside scoop on the coin.
Sheesh.
He was like, "Hey, look, bro, I'm trying to launch this coin.
Damn.
This is all speculation. But what if they got the inside scoop? Was like, look, bro,
Shit,
you perform over here, bro. I'm about to launch this coin. I give you 1 million tokens.
Damn.
These niggas probably running it up right now.
That's crazy.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know. That's crazy. That would be crazy. I'll host. Nigga, give me the mic. I'm a host. Yeah. Donald J. Trump. Yeah.
This nigga is hell.
I don't give a damn. Like, the fuck, man.
The one thing I will say though, but you see it. I think these companies, they know the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think within our community, we're too invested, right? I feel like when you look at corporations like Meta and all these other people, they were all with DEI. Like they're going with what's trending, what's hot, right? We're talking about that. They know how to stay relevant. But in the era of 2020, George Floyd, that was what was driving consumership. You know what I'm saying? People were going, and it's sad because it's something that was very real. Somebody lost their life, and this, that, and third. The injustices are real, but it was trending. So all these other companies, 500 companies, or maybe it was like 2 or 3 at first, they're taking this initiative. If our competitors are taking this stance, then everybody's going to be looking at us like, okay, why are you not doing this? So now I think when you see Donald Trump, all right, he just got into office. For the next 4 years, this guy has control over policies, things of that influence that can very much shape the foundation of our corporate structure. So you see a Meta, you see I think it was like, well, Home Depot probably was always with him, but all these people now, they're shifting away from that DEI initiative because they understand like, okay, this is who's going to be in control right now. So we're going to work for what can work for us because they understand that if we don't, we might go under. You know what I'm saying? We might lose this. And it's sad.
Yeah.
Because capitalism really, we think it's politics, bro. It's really capitalism that's fueling all of this.
Everything.
So when we think of like a Snoop or a Soulja Boy or Rick Ross, they probably thinking like that. But I feel like within our community, we feel like we have to stick to people that haven't served us in a long time, bro. I'm not even gonna hold you. They've served us in some capacities, but it's just like, but we also have to do our research. So they're looking at it where it's like, he's serving us specifically right now. I said this before in the past. Kodak Black, bro, he could be running down the street of Miami right now talking about Donald Trump is the greatest person in this world. And I'm okay with that. Because guess what? He actually did something for you. So I can't be mad at you when you were sitting in a jail cell and he pardoned you and now you're not in jail no more. That's different.
Right.
To the niggas that he ain't do nothing for you and you over here, hey. But I think they're in a place now where they're starting to understand, okay, fine. What can you do for me? This party may not have done something for me, but what can you do for me? You get some money in my pocket? Is it right? I don't know. I can't justify it because, again, I don't know what they're going through. Would I do it? I mean, right now, I could sit in this chair and say no. I probably wouldn't. But if I'm in a situation where it's in front of me, who knows?
And if it affects your bottom line, like shit,
right?
A lot of these decisions that's being made is because it affects their bottom line. It's giving them more money. You know what I'm saying? It's helping them and beneficial in some type of way. So I mean, I definitely get it from that perspective, even if I don't understand from an inside scoop. You know what I'm saying? Because like Donald Trump ain't never do nothing to me, but I try to understand. Well, that I can see. So I try to understand all different perspectives as well.
Nah, it's going to be interesting. The inauguration day is tomorrow. If he gets sworn in, he's going to make his decision. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he already made his decision officially. But I'm just mad that it's on Martin Luther King Day. I feel bad about that. Something about that just don't sit right. But let's keep going into the shits.
Megan Good?
Yeah, so Megan Good recently went on The Breakfast Club, and they were basically talking about, her supporting Jonathan Majors during his trial. And, like, whether or not she felt like if she had any regrets of, like, not meeting him, but, like, making that decision to get in a relationship with him at that time.
First of all, let's say shout out to the woman, Megan Good. Shout out to my black woman.
Bruh.
Shout out to Megan Good, man, because it still look good. So the name is so fitting. But I think that was super dope. First of all, the thing that stood out to me about that clip, I love how she handled it on all aspects of it. And what I mean is the way she answered the question, right? She didn't try to duck it, but she always was a little, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she popped her shit.
Yeah, she popped her shit too. So like, yeah, let's show it. Let's see. Look at Jess. Shout out to Jess with the mess. Her news is real.
Oh, that? Oh, it's on the screen? Oh, hold up. Let me stop me around real quick. Uno momento.
Oh, he got the bootleg.
Nah, they stopped.
The government got into Alex's phone, y'all.
They done tapped in. Oh, I'm still screen sharing. That's why I'm like, why am I mirroring? There we go. All right. Let's try this again, y'all.
Push up what you want. Yeah. Right. Seeing him going through, the trial and everything, was there even a point in that where you were like, yo, this is a lot. This is too much. You know what I mean? Like, no. Okay.
No. Nope.
I was talking to God and I knew I was exactly where I was supposed to be.
Love that.
And I've learned along the way that not only will things not always make sense to me, but sometimes they won't make sense to other people. Mm-hmm. And that's okay. As long as you are in alignment with God and you're trusting, the path that you're on, that's it. And the more that I've done that, the happier I've been. I don't know when I've been this happy before. Wow. I think I might have been a kid when I was this happy before.
Wow.
So, yeah.
How do y'all deal with? Wait a minute. Did you ever say to him, "That's what you get for dating them white women anyway"?
Well, love is love at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not like black love though.
Nah. No, not like black love. But love is love.
But I love that how she like even like he Charlamagne come out there with some messy shit. And she like, look, man, love is love. Like it's kind of political, but it's still like ain't nothing like black love.
She was poised.
Poised. That's the word. Yeah.
She was poised.
I love how
she was very poised.
She stayed poised.
But shout out to her. But you know what I really stood out in that clip?
What?
She said she's never been this happy.
Facts.
And I just sat there and I was just like, damn. Part of me was like happy for her. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, I feel for Buddy. What's his name? Devon Franklin?
Her last one.
Yeah, because I feel like probably it's like, and I can't speak for certain, but imagine like you try everything that you possibly could to make her as happy as you possibly can.
And she going on the internet saying,
this is the happiest. You know what I'm saying?
You know what
that's tough.
Yeah, but that's why I said, when it comes to the love, I said this before, it's so fleeting. And, again, I don't want to make this a man versus woman thing, but I feel like as men, we have this sense of just keep fighting through it aspect, right? And just from, I don't want to say experience, but like, just hearing women speak about love is like, perfect example, like, someone said like the moment I be done having fun with it, the moment I'm done having fun with it, I'm done with it. Something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, I don't understand that. That doesn't make sense because there's going to be times where it's not fun. And it made me think of love. It's like, yo, you shouldn't just give up on it the moment it get hard, right? So like, it's like, I know you, and again, I don't know her personally, but it's like, come on now. You mean to tell me out of all your relationships, you wasn't happy? Like, don't undermine what we had because of a feeling that you have now. Like, that's not fair.
Well, and it could go to like what she said. She said, I've never been this happy.
Okay.
So there might have been seasons or sprinkles of it, but I think also the internal work that she probably did within herself, she can receive it. I think a lot of times happiness, because we were having a conversation a few weeks ago where I was like, I don't want happiness, I want joy. Because happiness is circumstantial, whereas joy is eternal. You know what I'm saying? Because joy isn't dependent upon what's going on around you. It's dependent on like how you feel about yourself. So she may have had moments of happiness in the past, but I think she's stepping into that realm of joy. I mean, I can't put words in her mouth because, she used happiness exactly. But it just was tough because like you said, we don't want to give up on love, but we've also said like, if you're not happy, leave. You know, so it's like the duality. We often talk about duality of it all. So it's just interesting because as soon as she said it, I was just like, dang, bro.
But you just made me think of something else though, Alex.
Okay.
Thank you for that. But it's crazy because like a lot of that do have to do with you and the self work that you did for yourself. And it's so easy for us to get caught up into other people's feelings like we just been talking about early on the show, but taking that personal, right? Because I'm thinking like, damn, man, I did all this for you, right? And you wasn't happy. You mean to tell me you wasn't happy? You get with somebody else and now you happy? Whole time, it could have had less to do about what I did for you and more to do what she did for herself in the absence of me, right? And in the time that she wasn't with me till when she got with somebody else. So she could be happy. But you know, as somebody that was your partner, it's like I want that glory. It's like I want that acknowledgement that, yo, look what he did for me to make me happy. When it's like, no matter what you done for me or are doing for me, it's nothing. It's gonna be nothing if I can't do right for myself within. So it's like, dang.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough because that's a lot of people. And I feel like we find a culture of self-sabotaging. Because I think we talked about, we never dropped the episode, but I remember I said when we were recording with Cleon and him, and I said I felt like in one of my relationships, I was trying to prove to the other person that they were worthy of my love.
Wow.
And that was like a tough place to be. Because no matter what you do in that space, if they don't feel like they're ready to receive the love, it's just like you're throwing stuff up against a brick wall. It's going to bounce back. And it leaves you depleted. Because I remember after the fact, it was just like, dang, like now you looking at yourself, it's like, damn, my love not good enough, you know what I'm saying? But it really doesn't have, like if you internalize that, you'll think it's you, but it really isn't. It's just like, no, that person is just not in the place because you could take everything that you did for that person and with the right person, bro, it's eternal. You know what I'm saying? It's over the moon.
But like, you know, we always talk about these things. And again, a lot of these things be easier said than done. I wonder, how do we get out of that? Like, right? Like, because I feel like it's normal to feel like that. I don't want to tell somebody because they feel like that they're wrong, right? But how do we work out? Like, how do we work ourselves getting out of that?
That's tough. And when you say get out of that, what specifically are you speaking to?
Wanting to feel validated in, I guess, loving someone, or just like you said, like that aspect of loving someone so much and doing everything where you feel like, damn, is my love not good enough? When it's like it has nothing to do with you. Like, how do we get to the point where we're so secure in our own emotions and we're so secure with ourselves that not that it doesn't matter? Because even that is like, I would want it to matter. Like, I want my love to matter and for you to feel it like I'm giving it.
It's going to sound crazy, but I remember saying this to Faraji, and it sounds crazy to this day. But I said one time to myself, I said, if I change the way that I love on people because somebody rejected my love, then that wasn't me to begin with. And I had to recognize, like, that's just who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whether it was her or not, that's just the love that I have in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to love people that way. That's just who I am. So the same way that she doesn't have to receive it, that doesn't necessarily mean that I should stop being that person because somebody else. Because now it's transactional.
Right.
If I'm looking for it, for that response or that reciprocation immediately, then it's not really as genuine. So I had to really check myself and says, like, what are my intentions? Do I really want to love somebody because that's who I am? Or am I loving somebody because I want something in return? And it's fair to want something in return if that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's just where you are. But I was telling myself at that time, like, I'm loving you just to love you. So I had to reflect and have a real genuine conversation with myself. Like, nah, bro, like, if this is the way that you love, bro, whether or not they receive it or not, you know, that's okay.
Facts.
And I remember having a conversation. I love talking to God. And I remember I was so mad one time because at that point, I had to draw the line in the sand. I was like, bro, why is my argument was like, why is it that nobody understands my love the first time? Why is it that when I'm really ready to love somebody, they don't see it. But then when it's gone, they didn't try to come around because they realized it was genuine. And I feel like God said in that moment, like, bro, how do you think I feel? I done shown y'all love how many times? I done shown y'all who I was how many times? And I still run away the minute that you think you got to figure it out. So it's like, it's crazy how he allows us to go through experiences and situations so that we can really see, like, and when I was gagged, I was like, wait, what? Like, because it humbled me. I'm like, dang, you're right. So I do think that to get out of that space, you just have to really ask yourself, what is your why behind loving somebody? Is this a transactional thing, or is this genuinely the love that you have within you? Because if it is, bro, the reward is just the fact that you're able to share love with anybody.
And you know, it's funny. I seen this video. I think it was Mike Tyson actually, and I guess the guy he was talking to was saying that he don't love the same no more because us like a predicament or a situation that happened to him. He's like, I don't love the same after that, and he was like, that's the devil. And he was like, what do you mean? He was like, that's the enemy's job, or that's his plan all along, is to have you second guess in what we know is right? So we know God is love, right? And we know we're supposed to love. So it's like when the devil gets in, he don't want you to love.
Exactly.
So he gets in and he disguises himself, and it could be a feeling as something that like I learned my lesson or something like that. So it's to get you to change your behavior. So now you love you at one point in time you were loving pure and genuine, and now it changed because of a situation that happened when that really was the devil.
And that's so many of us, bruh. So many of us go through those moments and we justify it as such. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, because we have had conversations about boundaries. So I am all for it. You know what I'm saying? That you have to create boundaries so that you can know how to love. So that you can give yourself an opportunity to understand how do you love? You know what I'm saying? You as a person. We know what the Bible says. We read it. Love is patient, love is kind, all of that. But it's just like, what does that look like? But I think so many times we just get caught up in what the world's idea of love. And the world's idea of love is what you said before. It's fickle.
It's skewed, yeah, for sure.
It's what are you doing for me right now to show that you love me? Talked about it with my parents earlier in the conversation. My dad, clearly, he was loving my mother. But she couldn't perceive it just yet. But the minute that it was time for him to vocalize it, and he knew, like, if I don't get another chance, I'm going to say this right now. It's like, oh, okay.
But that's the one thing I wish we could have is that patience, though, because I feel like your moms had to endure a lot to be patient to finally get to that point. To be like, to really witness that love. Because she could have left, right? She could have.
She tried. She tried a couple times. She always said it. And it was funny that we're having this conversation now, but like, and I hate to make this about me, but she would say that it was tough on me when she would say it back then. She was like, bro, I would have been gone if it wasn't for you. Like all the time. I would have a fit. Like divorce was not happening. And I didn't even know what I was doing. I was 5'10". I'm threatening to run away. And for some reason, like they could see like how distraught I would be, and they thugged it out. But I didn't understand how selfish that was at that time. Like, honestly, if you were unhappy, I'm happy I did it now because they're in a better place. But at that time, I didn't understand how selfish it was, because I was like, what do you mean? Like, this is all I know. So what do you mean I'm going to come home? I remember one time I came home, they had an argument. My dad wasn't home. I was like, bro, if y'all don't go find this man, and my mom wasn't home another time. Like, bro, if y'all don't go figure this out right now, it's over with. Like, it's what are y'all talking about? Because I didn't ask to be here. And y'all brought me into this world as under a certain circumstance. So what y'all talking about? Y'all nah, go figure it out. That's how I felt. But then now as an adult, I'm like, dang, bro, I'm very happy that they figured it out. But who's to say where they would have been? Maybe they would have, I don't know. I'm grateful. Again, I don't want to come off like I wanted them to get a divorce or nothing. Hell no. They belong together. My dad says it now. He's like, there's no man that would have been able to deal with your mother. And my mom says vice versa. There's no woman that could have dealt with your father outside of me. But it's just that aspect of being able to give yourself that, like you said, that time, because she had to do a lot of work within herself that I would have never known about until she said it much later. So I always used to look at it like, okay, let's just talk about it. He cheated. So I would villainize him. Like, why would you do that? I couldn't understand it. And then he had a conversation. And he was just like, he told me what happened. And one thing that I always appreciated about my father was just his transparency. He said, he was like, bro, I was messed up. Your mom's was here in America. I was by myself in Haiti. All the kids were there. And then it looked like it was dire. He didn't have no papers. So he's thinking he's never coming to America. In his mind, he's playing for it. All right. She's on, probably living another life with somebody else. It's not like they have the internet or nothing back then. He messed up. But forever, I was just like, why would you? I just couldn't understand. But now, again, I'm older. So I get it. But I also understand my mom's feelings. So, but I can also see my mom's a woman of faith. And I can see how her faith kept her in.
Mm.
But she had to learn to forgive, and that was hard. And she was like, there's certain things that God told me to forgive, and I didn't. And he showed me, like, he made me pay the price.
Mm.
My dad said it, and I'll never forget. This is real-ass conversation he had with me. He said, bro, my only thing to tell you, bro, he said, he's like, if you find a good woman, settle down. He's like, bro, you want to deal with multiple baby mamas and this, that, and that. He said, bro, it is going to be a lot.
Mm.
And he said it, bro, if I could go back, I don't have no regret for none of my kids. Because I got half siblings and stuff like that. But he said, bro, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. If I could have just had kids with your mother, I would have.
Mm.
He was like, I didn't understand how good of a woman she was until I was in my 70s. But he was like, that was because of ego. That's tough.
Mm.
That's tough to hear, bro.
That's crazy.
70 years old. They've been married since she was 20. He was what, 26? She was 19.
Mm.
70. It took you that long. But she was patient. And I'm not saying that you go out here and do, hey, bro, we had a conversation about expectations, drawing lines in the sand, boundaries, and that and the third. But that's the path that God told her to walk, and she thugged it out, and she's seeing the fruit of it all. Like I said, my mom, now, my dad has one hand. He had a whole stroke, lost his whole right arm. But he has joy going to work, and she will be at the bus stop waiting for him to pick him up every day. That's love to me, bro. So when we talk about Megan Good and all that stuff and like having that expectation, as we were saying, like how do we have that? How do we get to that place where you don't expect it? They did the work internally, bro. Mm. I saw it. It's tough. No, I'm not trying to get too deep.
No, that's deep. That's real. And I wish that on all of us, bro. I feel like that's, but it's just like anything else, right? We say, so many people know what it takes to be successful. It's just very few will do what it takes to be successful. Same thing with a relationship, right? To have a successful relationship. It's like your mother and your dad, they put forth the effort to do what it took to be successful in a marriage, and it's paying off. And some people would say, I don't want to wait 70 years. Well, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So no, I think that was.
I just want to see 70 years. It's like I just want to see, bro. It was funny, bro, because I ain't gonna lie, bro. I remember. Something happened? You just went around the couch.
My bad. Yeah.
I remember. Actually, I was talking to Shawty last night about it. Actually, I had a real heart-to-heart. And, this kidney situation, I was talking to her. And I remember talking to God, and I was just like, bro, God, you didn't bring me this far just to leave me now. You know what I'm saying? She was like, are you scared? Like, similar to, like, when they ask you, like, are you okay? And I was like, yeah. I said, I am. I'm more so scared. I know what eternity is. So it's like, no, there's peace in that. But it was just like, I just don't feel like I'm done yet. I feel like there's more. You know what I mean? So it was just at that moment where I remember sitting in the room, and I still got another appointment coming up, but when she was just talking, I was like, God, you didn't bring me this far. Just to stop now. Like, it's like I feel like I just got here, where it's like, okay, stepping into prime, not even my prime, but like we starting to see motion. And I feel like that conversation, I was like, God, I want to have, that's when it hit me. It's like, I want to get married. I want to see my kids grow old. I don't just want to have kids. I want to see them grow old. You know what I'm saying? I want everything that my parents had. Like, we take everything for granted. Like, people think that just because you saw 80 and it's like you didn't have all this money in this world, you lived a miserable life, bro. Time, that's the most valuable resource. If you can live to see 80 years, that's more valuable than
man, we know it because on your deathbed, if you could get $1 million more, if you can get one more day, you'll choose one more day.
Come on. So it was just crazy because like now I just look at time. What? I live every day, like every day. I don't say it publicly, but I live every day. Like, who knows? You know what I'm saying? Because it's when you live like that, I was talking to you about it 2 weeks ago. When I was like, when you live life by every minute and make every minute count, you'll see how much you can accomplish. Even if it's just to chill. I was like, yeah, bro. So when I was talking to Shawty, she was like, you don't have to go through this alone. I was like, I just feel like I have to in this particular moment. Because I feel like this is something that I'm in a testimony where it's like, all right, bro. Because I know that God's going to do something miraculous. because I just don't feel in my spirit. And that's where it's like there might be a little bit of fear, but I have a lot of faith too.
That's good, bro.
So yeah.
Nah, that's fire, bro. I'm happy that you can even get on here and express that, because that's a lot. I feel like we talk about these safe spaces, and I was saying like how we create that, right? There's no such thing as not having one, because we got to create it for ourselves.
That's real.
And I think we are able and are able to create this safe space, just continuing to move forward. And like, yeah, we might joke and stuff, but like this is what this is about, right? If we get through all of the funny and crazy stuff and we get here, I mean, we was able to get somewhere, right? So I think that was dope. But we had some more trending topics, terrible takes. The guy that
you want to talk about that? I had Cameron and Jim Jones, or you
I think we fast Cameron and Jim Jones.
Yeah, what's your
I
thoughts?
did have some things to say about the other stuff, but did you have the whole breakdown of like what happened? Like Cameron did a interview with 50 Cent.
So let's see, Cameron did an interview with 50.
You got
I
it?
have to find it. Hold up, give me one second.
He asked him a question or something like, what happened? And then Jim Jones went on Respectfully Justin platform.
Jackson. He said, he basically was like, y'all need to get off my dick. So then Cameron came back.
That nigga, do you remember how you got
and he
with
said
us?
Mace taught him how to rap. He was like, you was on our dick, basically. Basically, he was like, you was cool. Like, it was. Let me go to 50 Cent's page, because 50 reposted all of this stuff. And that's the funniest thing. I'm just trying to understand. I love 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? That's as far as the culturally. But there's just some way, somehow, I'm trying to understand how he always ends up in the mess. Is that he posts so damn much? It's Cameron. What did they call him? 50 Cent posts so much.
But basically, it was an interview on it might be on Elliot page too. But I don't know the question that Cam asked 50 Cent. That's what I'm trying to remember.
That's what here it is. Oh wait, sorry. That's Kimmel. I thought that was 50 Cent. 50 Cent posts so much.
Yeah, he posts a lot.
My apologies, y'all.
It's all good, man.
50 Cent Cameron. Okay, here we go. So, apparently the fallout began when Jim Jones talked about joining 50 Cent on stage in 2007 when he was beefing with Cam.
Okay.
So I think he was asking him the question about, it said, shortly after 50 piled misery on Capo by posting Cam's video talking about Jomo. So let me go ahead and post the title. Sorry. Hip Hack DX is not working for me today. Oh, they removed it.
Oh, they deleted it.
That's why I was like, I had the link. So I'm like, they took the links. 50 took the link down.
Wow. Come on, 50.
50
We
took
using
the
you as
link
an
down.
official news source, bro. You can't be deleting this shit.
50 took the link down because I think it was, okay, so I'll just read what he posted. So shortly after, Cam went on his rant, basically saying that Mace and him taught him how to rap. Basically, paraphrasing, Cameron was like, everybody knew in the hood that Dipset was about to take off.
Yeah. Including you.
So
you came around.
And basically was like, yo, come hang out with me at my grandmother's house and stuff like that.
Because he had the crib to himself.
But you was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, you was cool. Mace taught you how to rap. We take off. So why are you acting like this? Like, you were never that guy. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts, though? I
mean, so, again, I'm trying to understand the backstory, but I guess for what we have since they took it down, right? I think I've been seeing people say like they're too old for this, right? Because they're like 50 years old, but I think it's entertaining. Do I want to see this come from like such a prominent figures from our career? Like you know what I'm saying? Dipset was a thing. Like everybody was running around acting like they was Dipset and rapping the songs and things like that. So like I think it's unfortunate to see them at odds, but it's like honestly, what they say, you live long enough to see your friends become enemies or something like that. So it's like it's expected. I don't want it to happen like that, but it's like, I mean, it's entertainment, so shit. Now we got some more stuff to watch. We got some more stuff to talk about.
So I found, okay, this is what Cameron had to say after the fact.
See, I was trying to see the before the 50 Cent question, but whatever. Let's see what he say after the fact.
He was in an interview. They took this. All right, so if XXL has it, let me just go ahead. I'm going to find it this way. Now I'm determined to get in my journalistic bag right now because why is it not here? All right, 50 Cent. I found the original one. Okay. So here's 50. So here's
Cam,
Jim
right?
Jones.
Cam right now, he just did the interview with 50.
For the younger audience, we had like a rap battle thing at one time. And 50, what you did, so we was having interior problems at Dipset. Nobody knew about this. Nobody knew that we was like not on the same page.
Right.
So when me and you were battling during our music thing, you got members of Dipset to come to your show.
Them niggas be on my dick, right? Them niggas ain't got nothing else to think about but Capo. I did a lot for them niggas in their life. You heard? Both of them. Pause, though. Get off my dick. There's only space on there for baby girl, man. Shit, come on, man. Tugging on my shit like that.
Yo, you never clear shit up, and we never hear your side of the story. Cam was like, I thought we could pull it together. Next thing I know, I see Jim performing with
That nigga ain't
Cam. Right?
Yo, you know what I think is funny about this? The thing that stands out to me at first? For New York niggas to be so serious about, like, inviting niggas to their penis, like, because, you know, that's a big thing. Like, yo, don't invite me to your penis, right? Like, niggas really fight over that type shit, get killed and shit. It's like, as OGs, you would think, like, you know not to say no shit like that. But it's like, it shows you that, man, them niggas don't give a fuck about that.
I don't know.
So it's like, I
Not
mean,
even the old heads.
yeah, so it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I can see both sides being right? What Capo just said, he said I did a lot for them. I can see that being true, right? But that's probably why Mace was invested in teaching them how to rap, right? But I can also see him being a fan of them too, right? Like, just wanting to be down. Like Cameron said, like, bro, you came around, everybody knew what was about to be. We was on the brink of being big. We was about to get signed. Everybody knew that, right? You came around, your grandmother passed, God bless her dead, and you like, yo, you got the crib to yourself, pull up, right? So I just started pulling up, we get cool. So yeah, you might have had some motion or some money, right? And you probably started doing whatever you had to do for the team. But it was a team thing. So don't try to pose it as like, man, we on your dick and like, nah, nigga, like.
You know, I only have one person to blame after listening to this clip now.
50 Cent?
Absolutely. Nigga started the beef then. He's reignited the beef again. Because hear what Cameron said, bro. He said, 50, you know you're my dog, bro, but this is terrible. He said while they were beefing, he was like, you caught wind that there was some internal struggles and invited half of Dipset while they were beefing. That's some mastermind, evil ass shit right there.
Yeah.
And then you go back on, get the trolling. Jim Jones responds, and then you get on Instagram and post this.
Let me see, what is this? Individual one, I mean Jomo, Jimmy, you better holler at Cam privately and chill out. Yo, here's funny.
Because what happened is Cameron responds, and this is what he had to say.
This all started because I asked 50 Cent a question. Cool. I thought it was cool to ask 50. The shit happened 20 years ago, however many years ago. I thought it was all good. I had no problem thinking, yo, okay. He tricked niggas out their spot, came to the spot. I know 50 said it. And they went under, you know, he was funny. I thought it was funny when he said the shit. But
He did.
I didn't think it'd be a big deal because you make up with every nigga that put hands on you. But I see the pattern now. If a nigga agree to disagree with you and don't want to take it that route because they got some genuine love for you, you keep going on and on and on. Every nigga
I be
that
feeling
put
that about
hands
some
on
people,
you,
bro. They
you
do
can't
that,
talk
bro.
to
Like, you know, because
cool.
I'm chilling, you
I see
on
you with
cool.
C Gutter. Junior Mafia, cool. I see you taking pictures with True Life. It's cool. Me and DC, y'all having sit-downs to work out. Gunshots was let off with that. Y'all having sit-downs to work it out. Niggas was on your... You were fanned out and you begged niggas to come to your house after you heard all these mixtapes. That's how you got in, nigga. You was so cool. And we was like, yo, Jomo's a nice guy. Mace like, yo, I think I'll teach him how to rap. Mace actually taught you how to rap. Literally. Literally. He taught you how to rap. You'll say it. Matter of fact, bring up the clip.
Mace helped me actually learn how to rap. Mace taught me how to rap. Mace actually showed me, he was the first person to show me how to rap. Mace actually sat me down and showed me the magic to rap.
We taught you how to rap, nigga. How you ran the whole organization. How you made Diplomat. Nigga, you ain't make none of this stuff. You was a fan. I put you down. Because you had a free crib. And you was a nice guy. That's how you got down originally.
And that nigga said a lot just now.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Now, I feel like, again, I don't think it's too much to unpack. I feel like, man, these niggas is just old. They probably needed to sit down and have this conversation privately. You know what I'm saying? We don't need to see this, man. Like, we talk about academics and, like, what ain't playing, like, what ain't real nigga shit. Honestly, bro, this ain't real nigga shit. I'm sorry. We gotta start holding our OGs accountable. Cause, bro, like, how the fuck you gonna expect niggas younger than you to do better when y'all niggas ain't? Look at this standard y'all setting. So, like...
No. Hold up.
Uh-oh.
Them niggas have gone on record to say they don't believe in the little niggas. What Cam say? What May say? We not your little niggas.
Yeah,
That's why I have problems, because I don't believe in the OGs. Like, who is this nigga? So they already letting you know. So the little niggas don't look up to these old niggas.
Just on some man time shit, man. Handle that behind clip. Like, y'all are the OGs, man. We learn from y'all. Like, man, just handle that. You don't have to... But I get it, though. Like, when you feel like a nigga playing, you like, all right, y'all want to play this public shit, so I'm going to play the public shit. You feel me? Like, but, I mean, I think it's just all one big misunderstanding.
It is, but these niggas get busy.
But I don't think they're going to take it there. I don't think that.
I hope
Maybe,
not.
So,
in a time, bring me now.
So in fairness, Jim Jones, I'm not trying to say nothing like that, but it is what it is. Cam kind of alluded to this. Jim Jones still be on that type time.
Yeah.
But, like, bro, y'all too old for this. I think Cam, it seemed like Cam, like, yo, like, bro, I don't want nothing to happen to you, bro. Like, bro, we too old for this. But Jim Jones clearly still be on that.
Cam getting money right now.
Yeah, Cam
with this
getting money.
podcast. He getting money. He
no
don't worry about that.
Nobody. Like, I'm getting money. Like, that's why we got to keep, like, bro, I'm good.
And they at least 50.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have too much to say about it.
No, I mean, bruh, it's just, for me, it's just funny how 50 Cent can stir up controversy at any point and any time.
50, just go on vacation, bro.
Like, just take a day off.
Just take a day off, dog.
You my dog, bruh. Take the day off,
take
bruh.
a day off, bro.
Take
you
the
did enough,
day
man.
off.
You did enough.
You ready for your special segment?
Oh, we had one more? No?
Oh, we want to talk about that?
Oh, no, we can go ahead. Go ahead. Well, let's go. Fuck it. Come
What's
on.
your segment? You want to introduce your segment?
What is it we're going to do?
What would Jay do?
No, you going so all of this
I ain't
came
reading
from,
all of this.
all right, somebody explain to this. All of this came from, we got a message on TikTok.
You got the message? Because you sent the video. Yeah.
We got a message on TikTok. I thought you was going to read it. And somebody sent me a long-ass scenario and was like, I don't know if she wanted advice or she wanted to stay anonymous, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to open this up for everybody. If you need some advice, some relationship problems, or whatever the case may be, so, some personal journey problems, you write us. We're going to look through the messages.
How do you want them to send that to you, though?
You can send it to my DM on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, man. However you want to DM me, Facebook, whatever.
But you got to put the hashtag what would Jay do?
Yeah, hashtag what would Jay do? And I might read one of your messages, and then I'm going to tell you what I would do. So, this message, bro, this is a book. It's not even a paragraph. It's a book. Let me see. Let me see.
Let me find the video.
Let me see.
Because this was a lot. And Jay's funny as hell, right? So Jay, to give y'all a backstory why he's looking this up, Jay sent me a screen record because he knew that he couldn't send the screenshots because I wasn't going to read it. And the screen recording of it was 18 seconds.
Oh, my God. What was the... I don't even want to ask for the girl's name. I just don't remember. Like,
I have the screen recording still.
You gotta tell me off. I'll bleep it out.
Nah, I'm gonna just show you. Hold up 1 second. What would Jay do?
I can't see that. What the name? All right, let me see if I can find it.
Well, I'll start.
Oh man, this. All right,
Actually, no, it's cool. It's cool. You found it?
Damn, this message long as hell.
I'm telling you.
All right, man. Let me. It says, "Hey, I don't even know." It says, "Hey, I don't even know y'all. I don't know if y'all gonna see this, but it's worth a slot. It's worth a shot. I'm currently in a 2-year relationship with my boyfriend, and we live together. We stay in DFW, so it snowed for 2 days, and within the whole week, I received bad news twice about my family back to back. Then it also began that time of the month, so she was on a period. So this is extra emotions. I'm sorry, I had to point that out as a man. I'm sorry." She said, so it was that time of the month for me. Well, during this week, I still had to go to work, and my boyfriend was off for the last couple of days during this time. And I don't see me as the type to ask for a lot during this time. He came to comfort me from time to time, but for the most part, he spent the entire day playing the game with his friends and making videos for YouTube. He would even be up to 2 a.m., almost 3 a.m., screaming at the game with his friends. And every day I came home from work this week, nothing would be clean, and he didn't cook or anything this week before he made some food. Before he had made some food and told me not to worry about the dishes. I said, okay, the same pots from the same pots from that week set on the stove, and food and water in it. And it eventually started to grow mold. So Friday, mold can grow that fast? Mold can't grow that damn fast.
I don't know.
But I guess you could, I don't know. But whatever, it started to grow mold. What the hell? So Friday, the night before he got home, I hid his laptop and controllers. What?
I don't think I read that part.
Yeah,
this is new to me.
I hid the laptop and controller just so he could clean up. So he got mad and started having an attitude, and I needed to stop acting like his mom. I mean, that's something that his mom would do.
Mm-hmm.
And we would get to it eventually. So he finally cleaned up some, and he usually works Sunday mornings. So before he left, I asked him what time he thought he would get back home. He didn't say. I kindly asked, when you get home and settled, can you help me clean the house? And when he got done recording his video, I said, can you do it after? Because me personally, I hate sitting in a dirty house. And he said, I'm recording first, and that's final. But the week before, we were supposed to go grocery shop. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's so much going on. Like,
yeah, you can paraphrase at this
all
point.
right, yeah. So let me see what the end. At the end, it says, at the end. So my question is, what do you think about men who don't step up when their women need them the most? And do you have any advice to women with similar situations? Should we have to always tell men what we need them to do, or wait, what? Do we have to always tell men what we need them to do, this or do that every time we start lacking, or should they be able to pick up the pieces? What do you think about men who prioritize their personal needs before their household needs? I would like to stay anonymous if possible, but I would love to hear what you have to say about this. First of all, that's the thing. Hold on, I need to pause because god damn, that shit like a brain.
Made your head hurt. Look, that shit made my head hurt.
I ain't gonna lie. I might not have the advice she looking for, because I used to go through that shit and I hate it.
What you mean?
Like, first of all, like, because you understand, like, yo, if you want this shit to clean up, clean up. Don't complain to me, bro. Like, because if I'm in my house, right, I can clean up when I want to clean up, right? So if you want it to be clean, just clean. Like, don't complain to me about that. One, and if I'm making videos for YouTube, I'm chasing my dream, right? So I hate, like I always say, like I say this, I'm in no way, shape, or form to be able to tell a woman how to feel when it's her time of the month, right? I can't understand that feeling. Only thing I could do is accept what you tell me and respect it, right? I can't understand it. However, what I will say is, bro, I don't think that time of the month, any menstrual cycles, whatever the case may be, whatever change in your emotional
I actually had that. Yeah.
Yeah, but any change in your emotional feelings, that doesn't open the door for disrespect. And like your menstrual shouldn't be like my feelings shouldn't be a doormat to your like.
Your cycle.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to remember exactly how I said, but like you shouldn't be able to step on me because you feel away or because you are imbalanced right now, right? And again, I can't talk to how you feel in that moment, but I can tell you how you react to me, and that's not fair. So like you hide my games and shit, you gotta communicate like, yo, if you can if you can do this at this time or whatever it can be, and if I say no, you gotta be okay with that. Don't come in and hide my games like you not my mom and it's not your shit. Right? I don't like that. You feel me? Like don't do that. So if that's something that you want to done, you might just have to take that L or just clean up. So I don't know what the man did. Yeah, he as men we can be more intentional about those times, right? But I'm only just talking about what happened right then and there. It's like, dog, like if that man playing the game, yeah, you want something. I don't know. Like I don't know. It sounded like you were it was like you were more irritated because
he didn't do it when you wanted him to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for me it's just it's not so much about men not showing up when you need them. It's about communication.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, do you always feel like you always have to say something? Sometimes, yeah. Mm-hmm. Like, I think we're in a season where it's like you should know what you need to know. But if he's showing you that he doesn't and he hasn't,
believe him.
Then believe him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we had that conversation earlier. When you see somebody where they're at, believe it. Like, if they're showing you who they are, believe them.
Right.
So if a game is a priority to him, this is just, and he lives alone probably, I'm assuming, because you live alone.
I think they might live together.
No. She said he was visiting them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And yeah, like, so he's visiting your house for a few days, and he's playing the game. If cleaning is a priority for you, and that's something that creates a safe space for you, understand that he might see them dishes in the sink for 2-3 days, and that don't mean nothing to him.
Don't mean nothing to him.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to communicate that, like, hey, this is going to drive me crazy. Like this right here. And now it's like, okay, if you say that to him and he's like, okay, I understand it, and he moves forward accordingly, then he's taking your emotions into consideration. He's moving forward. Now, if he says that you say that to him, he's like, okay, I don't care. Now you have a decision to make.
Yeah.
Because you now communicated how you felt. And now the man on the other side is like, okay, cool. Like, I don't agree with you. So now you now have a decision, but at least you communicated your stance as an adult, because this is what we're talking about adults now.
Yeah.
So like as adults, I think you have to tell people how you feel about a situation. Yes, you can have certain expectations here or there, but just communicate that. I think that's really what it boils down to. When you talk about this in that scenario, it just seems like it was a lack of communication.
Yeah.
Because instead of hiding it, you know what I'm saying? Like hiding the controller and hiding the remote. Now you're treating me like a child.
Yeah.
So now, you know what I'm saying? Now I feel emasculate as a man. And then you telling me to clean. So now it's like, bro, what? Like now you're really treating me like a child.
Yeah.
Because you're telling me you're not going to be able to have your game until you do your choice.
Yeah. Now I'm telling now I want to say no.
Ain't doing shit. Now I'm really going to act like a damn
child.
I ain't
doing shit. Right.
Which I shouldn't.
Yeah. And you know, what I will say is like as men just being in that position, you know, just understanding like, man, when it is that time of the month, you know, pay attention and just move a little careful. All right. I ain't saying that they have the door shouldn't be open to disrespect you. It should never be open to disrespect you. All I'm saying is just, again, put yourself in the best position to win as possible, right? So if you know they're going to be acting a little different, just move a little different.
But not just that, like, bro, know your lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I don't know if she's had a conversation with the dude. But it's like, if you came into a house and you seen that it was clean, you know what I'm saying? The kitchen's always clean. The living room's always clean.
More than
when
likely
she cooks, she clean.
More than likely you're going to clean. So, and I'm not, because I don't want to do this because I can do that. But that right there, bro, that right there. Because a lot of girls think they the cleanliest person in the world, and you're not. And it's okay, but you ain't got to project that shit over here. Right? Because like your mother used to clean a lot. But you don't you're not your mother. You wanna believe like that you're your mother. Well, I feel like we be having these ideas of who we are more than like the actual reality. Like we want to be this person, but we're really this person. And that's okay. But because you seen your moms do this, right? It's like you think you're that way and you're not. Because like you said, naturally, if I come into a clean crib, I'm gonna want to clean up behind myself. And I'm not saying that I shouldn't be like this all the time. However, if we both are, you know, a little messy, more than likely I'm be more inclined to be a little messy. And I might not clean as fast as you clean. But don't sit up here and act like you should be having the crib spicky clean. Like, no, you don't. You don't, because it would be still clean. That's what I don't know. I don't know what Jay would do in that situation. To be honest, I'll probably be like, I don't know.
What would Jay do? Like,
I mean, because it sounds like you're nagging at me because I would be that guy. I'm making my videos for YouTube. You fucking keep talking about Clem. Like, I'm gonna get it, bro. You see him focused right now.
It's funny because like I laugh because I come here now and I'll see like the house and it's spotless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd be laughing because I'm like, you had somebody over. I mean, but that's really you. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? Taking those things into consideration. And I remember looking at my own house and everything when they have been doing construction. So like I'm watching E. Every time they come, he cleans up a little bit, and I was like, I'm not doing this because like for him, he needs that. Like he needs to make sure their spots are clean. But I was like, bro, they're gonna mess this up tomorrow. So it's gonna piss me off because like my time is. I feel like I could be putting time towards something else.
Yeah.
Cutting clips or something, sending out emails. So once they were done, literally, they were done on Friday, I was like, bet, I'm gonna start cleaning. Like, I would spot clean every so often, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna do a deep clean tomorrow. So all yesterday, I was just cleaning.
Clean the
laundry,
crib.
everything, bro. Like, so I get it.
Nah, this is good, man. Yo, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, do all of that, man. Share this episode.
Yes.
We'll figure out the name. We're gonna name this later. We'll name this podcast later. Let us know how you feel about the longer episodes, right? Tell us how you feel. I don't really have nothing, man. I don't have no more money to give away, but